Explanation point deck. All right, I told you guys what I was going to be doing today, the other day. This Reanimator deck is sweet. I'm kind of obsessed with the Petradon added into these Reanimator decks. So I'm going to be trying to grab a trophy. We'll see how well that goes because Reanimator does have some problems. But we're going to give it our best shot. Plus, we should be able to burn through leagues pretty quickly, which is really nice. And if we get I think round 1 losses will probably just drop. This song goes hard. Nice choice. Yeah, I just was listening to the Jerza podcast, is how you pronounce his last name, dude from Sui Silence. And he had what's his nick on from Converge. And I was like, oh, that's right. Converge rules. So I've got Axe to Fall on right now. I might put on Jane Doe later. But the only thing I changed from it's Nick's version of the deck is I added a Crumble and took out an Ihsan Shade. Everything else is card for card identical. Explanation point deck will give you the deck. If we get bored of this or we nail a trophy and don't feel like continuing, we'll switch to Sick Tog. Or if we're just getting annihilated by main board furnaces or whatever, we might get triggered and swap decks. But we're going to start our attempts with this deck. And before we even get into that, I bet you guys would just love it if you could see my record. So let's change that browser source to the correct one. And in we go. All right, round 1, we've got the good old turn 1 Akroma, so we'll be keeping. Oh no, not a Duress. Oh, it's just a Phyrexian Arena. Okay. Well, here comes Gemstone Mine. Tap a swamp for black, cast a Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual into Putrid Imp even. And then activate the Imp, discard Akroma. Cast an Exhume, reanimate the Akroma, hope our opponent doesn't have a Swords to Plowshares, and get in there. Beat beat. Pass to you. Sorry that my Akromas aren't pretty. I'm playing on the personal account, so these are rented Akromas. Opponent says seems good. Yeah, unfortunately, this is quite a good line. Are you playing Dead Gael, opponent? Are you going to play a Plains? If you don't play a Plains, I'll be super stoked. That's a swamp. That doesn't kill Akroma, I don't think. Duress, yeah, I got a bunch of cards. And a Cursed Scroll. Good ones, good ones. Ooh, I drew a Phantom Nishoba. Let's go to... I guess there's really nothing wrong with just casting a Careful Study. Yep, that worked out great. Pitch Phantom Nishoba and Careful Study. Any order those. Play an Underground River. Go to combat. Full send. And then just in case you can somehow deal with this this Akroma, how does a Phantom Nishoba sound? You may go. Opponent just says expletive in the chat. All right, let's see if they somehow kill all 3 of my creatures. They don't. All right, I'm going to put them on Moneyball. Something that Oath's probably good against. So we are going to swap over to being an Oath of Druids deck. But I also think I value Iridescent Angel as well. Not so much Ihsan Shade. We are less interested in... Animate Dead's kind of okay because that can hit any graveyard, but Death can't. Death can't. So let's take out the Deaths. They're a little bit, not clunky, just really hard on our life total in a matchup where our opponent will be able to do an amount of racing. And then I'm bringing in 1, 2, 3 creatures, so I should probably bring out some number. Probably 1 Phantom Nishoba. Oh wait, no Phantom Nishobas. We are in fact becoming an Oath deck, so maybe it's just that. That makes us want to bring in 1 more. Meaning I can just keep Life Death? Yeah, try this. Submit. What do we got here? A hand that can... Is my opponent keeping? This hand's actually kind of close. They mulligan to 6, so we can just go to discard. I guess Therapy on Exhume would be a nightmare. But we've also got Oath. It feels like we don't need that much to go right. I'm actually going to keep this. We still trophy hunting? We'll be doing it all season. I just started, though, 9 minutes ago. We're only at 2 right now. It's kind of hard to commit a ton of time to it, just, making normal videos and whatnot as well. All right, we got a Dark Rit into... okay, same line. Dark Rit, Phyrexian Arena. All right, we're going to pass. And we're going to pitch an Iridescent Angel. You can go. That's how we get the card into our bin. We could have also land Cabal Therapy ourselves, but I don't know. I think I might have to Cabal Therapy them naming something. All right, which is exactly what we're going to do. All right, Cabal Therapy you for a black. And we're going to name Diabolic Edict. For Phyrexian Arena Masticore, okay, literally all we have to do is draw another mana source, and I think we're good. Their hand is not very good. Does any deck play Planar Void in the sideboard? You'll see it from time to time, but it's far from a staple. Ooh, Wasteland. That kills me, I think. Well, we'll see. All right, Gemstone Mine. That's a great one. Cabal Therapy you, and I think I'm going to hit your Masticore. And they have a Hippie as well. Got it. All right, so your hand is Swamp, Arena, Hippie. That's it. And you're going to get 2 fresh ones, and I hope neither of them are Wastelands. And I still need to top deck a land or a Reanimate. Duress isn't going to be quite enough. This song's sweet, but it's so strung out. I want more groove, guys. More. No, not a Wasteland. Come on, dude. Exhume does get them a Masticore. All right, well, we kind of got double Wastelanded. I thought I'd have more time. I didn't realize their deck was playing Wasteland because their deck's kind of built weird. It's not actually Moneyball. I mean, maybe it's like an older version of Moneyball, but like the way it's built out with arenas and Masticores is like kind of weird. All right, there's one of those. We draw a Reanimate. I mean, all right. Reanimate's still solid if I just draw the mana source. Of course, I hope they don't make me discard it with their hippie. 1 in 6 chance to get blown all the way out. Of course. Of course. Of course, of course. Darkroot. Arena number 2. Duress me. Okay. Probably get Oath. Scroll. Petradon. All right. Going to game 3. I don't think we're changing anything. We just kind of needed to not get Wastelanded twice is what we really needed. I don't think we're changing very much. I think we're changing actually Stone Cold nothing. Resubmit. What band is this? This is Converge. You should check them out if you're not familiar and you like hardcore, kind of metal, kind of punk rock music. Super strung out, kind of like crazy guitar tones. Very sick songwriting. All right, I am on the play, and we have a hand that can make a Phantom Nishoba on turn 2, but literally folds to a single copy of Wasteland. Huh. I mean, I feel like we keep this and just therapy ourselves, but maybe we can do a little bit better. I mean, so this is the problem with me. I always play this like actual like attrition based like mid-range and control decks, which are asking you to do a completely different set of things. And this hand, like the upside is I can go land Cabal Therapy myself and reanimate like a creature. But the downsides are infinite. It gets blown up by so much. And if I simply don't find a second land and they have a Wasteland, I'm sitting in the waiting room against a deck that's like dark ridding hippies and Phyrexian arenas into play. I don't think the upside's high enough, so we're going to mulligan. Here we've got Cabal Therapy, 3 lands, Animate Dead. I think this is also pretty bad. Yeah, I think that's very bad. Mulligan that. This hand is turn 1 Careful Study to get all set up, so we keep that. I don't see Darkrit doing anything meaningful. And then I guess we'll pitch Gemstone Mine as well. Okay, we're going to try this. Underground River, tap it for a blue, cast a Careful Study. We're going to pitch Petradon, and I think we're going to need land, so Sickening Dreams. And then we will go this into the bin first, then this, just in case of Furnace. Then we'll ship the turn. Yeah, there's the Wasteland. They have two 0 drops, Wasteland and Tormod script. They don't. Let's show Underground River, and then therapy them. What do we name? Probably, if they had Crypt, they would have played it. I don't think we care about Duress. We don't care if they Duress or Dark Rit. Yeah, it might just be Dark Ritual. They don't have it. They've got Snuff Out Dedict. Dedict is a very good one to know about. They also have a Phyrexian Furnace, but they can't use it right away. All right, you've got they can use it right away, but they can't immediately get our Petradon. So if we hit here, we're not in bad shape. We hit. All right, land, Exhume. And they can snuff it out, but then it'll get ordered to the top of my graveyard, which is pretty sweet. Ooh, do I hit my own Undiscovered Paradise? No chance, right? Why not hit my own Underground River? I'll get it back. Wait, no, because if they snuff out in response, I lose it forever. Okay, it doesn't matter. It worked. And then we will pass the turn. I don't know why they went through combat before doing this snuff out. That was weird. Eat the bottom, snuff out the Petradon, exile it. All right, Petradon triggers. And we could always hit Oath here. Curse Scroll. 2 unknowns in hand, I believe is what it is. Okay, we will go blue, Careful Study. Okay, I mean, pitch a couple dudes. This means if I draw Exhume, it's actually not that bad. Pass turn. I don't think this is Mangu's deck, no. Ooh, they've got a Factory. They eat the bottom. Exhume. I think we have to pass. All Exhuming does is get my creature Diabolic Edicted. But if they use mana and I can like get Petradon into play before they can, like I need them to tap out for this to work. But all right, they've tapped mana. Check. Eat the bottom. 2 Exhumes. Okay. Black. Dark Ritual. Exhume. All right, my Akroma's gone. I'll get back my Petradon, who triggers, and I'll eat up 2 of your swamps. And then we'll do another black mana. Exhume again. This time I'll get my Phantom Nishoba. And then we will ship it. That definitely could have been worse. Now, a snuff out here would be brutal, because I'm going to sacrifice, I think I need to sacrifice Petradon so I can gain a bunch of life and like play for a longer game where I can like draw a Oath of Druids or something. Now, the downside of this play is if they drew a second Diabolic Edict, I might just be cooked. But if they didn't, could go okay. Darkrit, Masticore, that's not going to do it. All right, they're going to swing. I got nothing for it. All right, combat, I'm coming. All right, you're at 9. Here's a Paradise, and you may go. And this Masticore is going to keep them pitching cards, which is like not good for curse score reasons, but otherwise fine. Not looking half bad spot considering Mold to 5 got a first land wasted and they had a Furnace. Yeah, all these things are true. All right, I think I'm going to make a weird play here. I'm going to tap this for a white because I want this to bounce back to my hand in case I draw a Careful Study. I did not, however, I did draw an Animate Dead. Big fucking scary creatures. You're going to shoot my dude? Yeah, that's fine. He's smaller. All right, get me back a Petradon and then gobble up 1 and the factory. Shoot the Nishoba again? Oh, you're just going to regenerate it? Sure. Combat. I'm coming. I'll deal 2 to you. That's fine. All right, you're at 7, and this is my board. You are up. Smother doesn't do a lot. I'm surprised that's still in their deck. Diabolic Edict. Well, I think that Petradon is still probably my better creature. Wait, it's not quite. But it is, though, right? Them double block. This is actually very bad. Now we need to draw another Reanimate spell. I mean, I suppose now I just try to watch them bleed out to their Masticore, right? Yeah, we'll sacrifice the Phantom Nishoba. But this does bottleneck our ability to win pretty bad. Oh, well, unless I'm an absolutely lucky piece of garbage. Black, Reanimate, Phantom Nishoba. All right, go. I'm not going to bother attacking because I don't want to lose my Petradon and give them lands. You got this covered? Looks like no. All right, Therapy. I guess we'll do it. Naming what? Snuff Out? Just a hippie. All right, land, combat, full send. Deal a damage for sure. I'm going to pump this, I guess, and just yield through turn. I mean, their Masticore is about to die anyway. All right, so we're actually going to kill. It's actually kind of interesting which one we're supposed to kill. It's definitely Masticore, though. All right, you're at 1. Animate Dead does its thing. And the only card in their hand is Hippie. So I guess that kind of stops them from dying, though. Awkwardly. Well, no, they need land Hippie to stop themselves from dying. Furnace, that ain't it. I think you're just dead. Well, no, I guess they could spin their Furnace into a Dedict. The reason I said land would have been fine is because they could play Hippie, block with Factory, and then not take even a single point of damage because they can pump the Factory to itself. All right, did you draw your Diabolic Edict? Opponent says GG, GG's. All right, we got him. Nice. All right, Danker's the opponent. We're on the play. The play is where we like to be playing Reanimator. We can Darkrit, Therapy ourselves, Death it. Yup. Keep. All right, City of Brass, cast Dark Ritual, Cabal Therapy, me, naming Akroma, and then we will cast Death. Good evening. It's really good to see you play in Premodern. I was wondering, do you have a favorite paper deck? Tons of them. My favorite one right now, probably, don't foil this opponent. They didn't. My favorite paper deck right now, if I had to pick one, they concede. Well, that's pretty good because I have no clue what you're on. So because of that, I'm just going to resubmit my deck. Wait, maybe not. Maybe I should bring in a couple Crumbles because that's how they hate out my graveyard. So bring in a couple Crumbles, take out an Animate. No, take out a Life Death, take out a Peak. There we go. I just want Crumbles to beat up on like Phyrexian Furnace, Tormod Script, stuff like that. My favorite paper deck right now has got to be Land still. And then creeping right up behind it, it was Oath spec, but now I'm starting to get like a real raging hard on for green, white, Lanny Oath Bonza is what I'm calling it. It's got Smokestack in it. All right, this shit's brutal and cool, but it might not be the correct vibe for Twitch viewers. All right, what do we got here? We've got the go-to discard game plan. I don't hate the go-to discard game plan, actually. Not when I have a Crumble in my hand. All right, I'll keep. Ooh, Island. Pass to me. Reanimate. I will pass the turn. You can go. Growatog for sure. Underground City of Brass. Pass. Not going to go for it into Counterspell and Swords to Plowshares, so I can just wait. I've got so many ways to actually reanimate. Tog, yeah, you got it. Best top decks, Cabal Therapy. Too bad Entomb is banned. We're glad Entomb is banned. Maybe it would be sweet with this deck, but it seems fine to me that Entomb is banned. Joe, thank you for a year of being subscribed. Very sick. All right, so they pitched a Swamp. I guess Crumble was a good bring-in anyway. Crumble your Mox Diamond. 1 year badge acquired. Good job. It's a cool little stamp you get. Force Spike? Yeah, absolutely. Force Spike in this deck is really cool. You don't see a lot of Force Spikes in this format. Cabal Therapy? Another Reanimate. Well, we have one plan. I'm going to do it. I'm going to be doing that thing. Reanimate Akroma. Please foil this. There's the foil. All right, Reanimate Akroma. All right, combat. They better have swords because pro black is a killer keyword here. If there's swords, then that was a dumb way to cast it. Oh, just a second Tog. That does make sense. That is pretty sweet. That actually might kill me eventually. But they got to get going like right now about it. Land combat. Declare attacks for 6. And let's see, they've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points right now. So they need to gush or something to actually deal lethal. Here's a Lotus Petal, and I'll pass the turn to you. Do you have Island Gush? That does kill me. But I think everything short of that doesn't. Ooh, no, this might be okay. Deep Anal. All right, so you draw 2. Now I have to block this Tog because it's already got a pump. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.5. They're short of half a point. So if they have a cantrip, they can kill. Attackers attack with both. Go to blocks, block here. And if I'm dead, I'm dead. I can just yield. Yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.5. That's what I'm counting. Yep, they're dead. They're short a half point of damage. If you're newer and wondering what I'm counting, it's each card in the graveyard is worth a half a point of damage because you have to exile 2 from the bin to pump it. And there's 6. That's 3. The Psychotog that's unblocked is 4. Then each card in their hand is 5, 6, 7. And then they could exile 2 of those cards for 8. Then they'll have 1 card left over in the graveyard for 8.5, which isn't 9. So we get there. First strike killed you, didn't it? First strike killed me. Oh, right. Oh, I'm glad my opponent didn't see that. I wasn't counting that either. Yeah. First strike happens. Then they get that half point of damage. Oh my God. They could have won. Should I DM them? That's such a good catch. Yeah, it was lethal if they waited till after first strike damage and exiled the Tog that died. That would be, if they did that, that would have, I wish they did that. I wouldn't be happy to lose the game, but I would be stoked to catch that on a video. That would have been so sick. Well, Groatog players, pay attention, because that would have been fucking sick. Aren't any other good haste creatures for Reanimator, like Akroma, Rorix, Bladewing, or something else? We don't want, I think we like Petradon as a disruptive element. But yeah, you could play Rorix. But they had 5 cards in hand, which is 7 on its own. No, they had 3 cards in hand. They had 6 cards in graveyard, that's 3 points. 1 card from the unblocked Tog, that's 4. 3 cards in hand is 4, 5, 6, exile them for 7. 8 goes to the graveyard. There's 1 card in the grave, so it's stuck at 8.5. But first strike damage happens, their Tog dies. Then they can exile their Tog and the other card to go up to 9. They had 5 after they drew when the game ended. Did they? If they did, they could have beat us. I wasn't even paying attention to that. I guess I didn't count when they deep analysis. Oh, they clicked draw a heart card after conceding. I was like, that doesn't make any sense because they couldn't, because they drew up to 2, discarded the deep analysis. Yeah, they had definitely had 3. No, I'm definitely right on that. Round 3. We're on the play again, right where Reanimator wants to be. We have Putrid Imp Reanimate. The only thing we're missing is acceleration, but we don't ship these. I'm wrong, but I might be right. True, Emery, true. That's what they say. Alrighty, here comes City of Brass and Pimp, and you may go. Adakar Wastes. Okay, well, we'll go to my turn. We will play a City of Brass number 2, and I'm going to cast Peak, targeting you, dude. What do we see? Any swords? There's 1 copy of swords. So what I should do is not play directly into the swords right now, I think. I should go to combat, declare attacks for 1, beep beep, damage, and then we should just careful study after this, I think. Would be just fine. Double Nishoba Sunday, pop 2 in the bin, and you can go. There's a disenchant, which is also really good to know about because of my deck does contain 1 copy of Animate Dead. All right, mock turn. Okay, combat. Declare attacks 1, and then go to blockers. I've got 4 in the bin, so let's go 2, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, let's get thresholded, I think. Let's make this Putrid Imp an actual threat. And then we can just play Gemstone Mine and pass. There's a Plains. Now there's 2 mystery cards, I want to say. Powder Keg, yeah, that's good. Looking for Cabal Therapy here would be the best draw possible. All right, we can careful study, or do we wait a turn? The idea being, if we careful study into a Cabal Therapy, we can flash it back. Let's go to combat for 2, no matter what we're attacking for 2 this turn, I think. I'm playing GRDW. Sorry, I'm playing GRDW. I read that as I'm playing Grow, like Groatog, and I was like, nice. So there's a couple ways we can, this careful study makes it interesting because if there's a Cabal Therapy contained in the top 2 cards of my deck, I can really try to blow them out like in a really messed up way. But if I wait, that's not open to me. I think I'm going to go for it. Yeah, I'm just going to play this careful study as a mill too. I think I'm going to go for this. I'm really unclear as to whether or not it's correct, but peek in careful study number 2. Well, I really didn't care to redraw on either of these, so I'll send them. I guess it does put me closer to a Cabal Therapy. They should almost certainly pop that keg. And what are we siding in? Like our pro-white, pro-colored creatures plus Duresses? I think so, yeah. Another keg that really doesn't matter to me very much. Cabal, Sickening Dreams. All right, combat. Attack for 2. All right, popping the keg is good. Do I make him use his swords? I kind of think I do. I think I make him use his swords specifically because I can draw another Reanimate spell. And that's going to be easier than me drawing a Cabal Therapy. There's more Reanimate spells in my deck than Cabal Therapies. So we're just going to take this exchange right now, basically saying, hey, use the swords. You have to use the swords. All right, going to have 2 mysteries in hand still. Ooh, getting busy. Smart, I like it. And there's a Dust Bowl. Lotus Petal. All right, now we're just going to be shipping the turn for a couple turns, which does not feel good. Draw up to 8 and Sickening Dreams for 7. Yeah, we're not even close to that. Another Petal, okay. Yeah, this plan of using their Dust Bowl is not good because I'm just overdrawing on petals. So if I draw something to do, I'm going to be able to do it. Factory. And they're not bowling, which is nice. Furnace. All right, that Furnace will do me in. Concede game 2. And because of the main board Furnaces, I think Crumble is like passable. Let's see, what do we want? Ihsan Shade, Iridescent Angel, Duress, maybe Crumble. But that Crumble, that maybe is a strong maybe. I think I don't care for Animate Dead. I think Sickening Dreams is like, maybe I can keep 1. No, I don't even keep 1. If we get to the point where they're cycling Decree and it's good, we can just say I've already lost the game, right? Peak, I already know what I'm going to Cabal Therapy naming, so I don't think I need this card. And then what are my worst creatures and why are they Phantom Nishobas? Then it comes down to, do I want to bring in some number of Crumbles? Maybe. I think Reya Dawnbringer might be too cute, so that could be a Crumble. And then I'm on the play. Yeah, we'll just bring in the 1 Crumble. So a little 10 for 10 never hurt nobody except for me. All right, I'll be on the play. We have interesting. Yeah, we're going to keep this. Is the red creature good though? They can play. This red creature stops them from playing Decree. If they're cycling Decree for like creatures, we've already lost the game. Yeah, we've already lost the game at that point. Gemstone Mine, and we're going to lead off on a careful study. All right, we did want to draw that Underground River for sure. Pitch 1, 2. And we'll put the Akroma on the bottom of the graveyard. That way, if they lead off on a what do you call it? A piece of graveyard interaction, specifically the Phyrexian Furnace, they can't get the card I'm really after. And next turn, we can go Duress Reanimate. Yeah, they have the Furnace. We saw that coming from a mile away. Yep, you got my bottom card. All right, I would like to see what you have in your hand. And tell me why you have 2 Swords to Plowshares. That's not fair. They don't. They just have 1 Swords to Plowshares. All right, Reanimate, my buddy. And then this is a cool little feature. I get to save my Gemstone Mine. And then you can go. So Swords is gone. So the hand is Impulse, Counterspell, Conclave, Plains. And I have 1 jazzy Petradon. I'll play the Gemstone Mine back out. I will add a red and pump my Petradon. Head to combat and swing in for 6. And then I will pass the turn. There's a Plains. Did you find your STP? I draw Putrid Imp. That's not a bad one either. Underground. Well, let's go to combat. Underground River's fine. Let's pump here. Go to combat. Attack for 6. Did you just naturally find another one off the top, you jerk? Did you? If you do, just okay. They didn't. They didn't. That's pretty lucky. We'll play a Putrid Imp, and then do we want to go for another Reanimate to stop them from impulsing? That would force them to crack their Furnace. Is that the tempo play we need? Here's what we're going to do. This is a weird play, I know. But I'm going to pitch this Petradon, and I'm going to try to Reanimate it. Because I think it forces them to crack their Furnace, meaning that they can't impulse. Meaning, if they don't find their land drop, there's like a very low chance that they ever find a copy of Swords to Plowshares. So this play is literally just a make you spin your Furnace to go 3 cards less deep into your deck. Impulse. Leaving Factory up, I would have done it like this, looking for Swords, probably. Now if I draw a red source, they're just dead because I can go double pump. 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhume? I mean, I'm going for the pump anyway. Combat, declare attacks, bring you to 1. And their out here is Wrath of God, but they'd need a painless white source to make it work. And then, of course, I could just Exhume. All right, they're just passing. Ihsan Shade, that's a pretty good one. Go to combat, declare attacks, dink dunk, activate factory. Yeah, activate Putrid Imp, discard Ihsan Shade. This thing has flying now. Block Petradon for sure. Impulse, absolutely. Do you find a swords? If you do, you were probably supposed to not block yet, right? Okay, we got game 2. Go to game 3. Huh. I mean, I think we just resend this same list back, right? Yeah, we just resubmit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 creatures. And I brought in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I took out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think the chemistry is still correct, so submit. This is hers, Emery. Man, you catch everything, huh? It's not my favorite hers song, but it's a solid one. All right, what do we have here? We have a very, very slow hand, and our opponent kept 7. Having Duress seems pretty good, but I think this isn't going to do it. They've got the Reanimate in the creature, but the only way we can get a creature into the bin is by going to discard, and there's no way they fall into that, right? We are going to mulligan. This hand has 3 Duresses and a land that's about to implode, and no way to reanimate my fat creatures? I don't think so. All right, this hand has, we've got the Crumble, we've got the Putrid Imp, we've got the lands, we've got the Reanimate spell. Do we play it just off of the back of this? I think we're kind of forced to, right? Pitch 1, 2, let's dance. All right, City of Brass, let's just play a Underground River and a Putrid Imp. Undiscovered Paradise, let's go to combat. Declare attacks for 1. And let's play out a City of Brass and just chill. Attakar Wastes. All right, I guess we're just like happy to get in for 1 over and over until we draw something to do. Combat, get in for 1. And I'm not going for Reanimate here, so I think I'm actually just going to play out 1 more land. And I'm not even going to cast the Careful Study. I'm going to wait until next turn when they want to cast their Factor Fiction. Mishra's Factory. Standstill? Yeah. My turn. Untap draw. All right, go to combat. Send in for 1. And now I'm just going to hold cards, I guess. We're not in a like happy spot, but we're in a spot. We've got like things to do. Another Reanimate. Go to combat. Attack for 1. They take 1. They've got a Dust Bowl, so I think I have to play out like lands now. Cycle Decree for 2. Sure. All right, you got 2 dudes. Activate Factory. All right. Is it crumbling time? No, we'll wait. Lotus Petal. That's not a good one. All right, combat 1. And then we just pass. They just want to get busy for 2. No attacking with the factory. They drew another decree. That's not good for us. All right, my turn. Exhume. I still have failed to draw a creature that does a thing. I think maybe I should attack for 1. And then I'm just going to pass, I guess. Hopefully they don't like decree. That's the only thing I could think they would do here. All right, this decree is going to happen. What I want them to do is get busy with the factory so I can pop the Crumble on their turn, hitting their factory. They'll gain 0, and hopefully it gets kind of awkward from there. All right, there's the factory. We'll let them declare their attacks. And then we will go green, crumble the factory, pop the standstill, take 5. All right, convert 10 cards, or convert 3 cards real quick. Or go to discard, your choice. We haven't been studying because of the standstill. So what I'm trying to do is, what I really wanted to do is to get them to go to discard with this Crumble. Also, this study, I want to wait until I want a higher chance to draw Cabal Therapy with my study. Them finding Phyrexian Furnace has not been good for us. Another Petal is also not good for us. All right, let's go blue. Careful. Okay, we're cooked. In the top 15 cards of our deck, there were no fatties. All right, we're gonna play the next round, simply to finish it out, because I can make my money back pretty quickly, and then we're just gonna re-roll this deck. I think we can probably get like 3-4 leagues in with this deck very quickly, looking for a trophy. Land still, I think we got to keep a really good opener with like, we need to be able to make like a quick Ihsan Shade, a quick Angel, something like that. I think is how we're winning that matchup, which we were not able to do. If you want to see more Reanimator, I think the video I have coming out today is a Reanimator League. It is. Today's video is a Reanimator League. Also, heads up, here, I'm going to post a link into chat real quick. This is going to be important if you are planning to come to the P.E.A.C.E event. We've just started promoting it. However, I'm going to be honest with you. The chance that this thing caps is it's only 96. And I know some groups from other states that are coming out of town to come to this thing. So if you have not pre-registered the piece, I would highly recommend it. We're only at like 20 registered players right now, so we've got 70 slots left, which sounds like a lot, but we're over a month out from the event. So this thing is going to fill fast. Therefore, thank you for the Prime sub, by the way, Oben Caper. Here's the link if you're trying to pre-register to P.E.A.C.E. What do we have here? Turn to Phantom Nishoba as a keep. Hopefully it's fast enough. But if anyone's not aware of the P.E.A.C.E. event, it's also, if you're watching this on Fluorescent Fungus, if it makes it to that channel, you will be able to find this link as well in the description of this video. It's in Southeast Michigan at the Knights of Columbus Berkeley on August 15th. The charity event with some very sick prizing. It is sponsored by Ultimate Guard, who also sponsors this channel. I'd recommend it. I'd also recommend me drawing a Lotus Petal here. Do we hit? Do we hit? Do we hit? Do we hit? We don't. Rats. Okay, here is a Pimp and a passing of the turn. Dreadnought seems like a matchup we have the tools to beat, but it can go wrong super easy. Like if I can't interact with their hand and they just have it. Ooh, it's Grow, I think. Grow is less bad. Okay, so I can't just go for it, can I? I can totally just go for it. All right, combat. Attack for 1. And then let's pitch a Phantom Nishoba. And then let's reanimate said Phantom Nishoba. And then do I do it again or do I not play into days? I'm going to do it again. Pitch a Phantom Nishoba. Can I go to 5? I can't think of why I can't. Go to 4, I get double fired. Am I going to play around double fire? Nah. If you got double fire, I'm dead. Reanimate Phantom Nishoba. Counter this if you want. If you do, I'll try to exhume it next turn. All right, so that one gets countered. They swords this one, then I exhume next turn. Cask, do it, chicken. Be nice to me. I know you secretly like me. All right, so they did have the STP, but I have. Life Death isn't as good. Let's go to combat and attack for 1. And then main phase 2, let's make you have another counter spell. Exhume. AK for sure. This was not a nutty hand. Hands definitely get nuttier than this, I would say. Phantom Nishoba is not. This is a great hand, but nutty is. We've seen nutty already. This stream. Meddling Mage, sure. Exhume, yeah. All right. Do I pump? Yeah. Discard Exhume. Give it flying. Combat. Full send. And I guess I'll just sandbag a land as well. You can go. AK number 3 because you're sick like that, or is it Gush? It's Gushing time. 5 reanimates, 2 targets, 1 outlet, 2 lands is pretty nutty sequence. It's like fine, but that's like you just described every single mode of our deck. Like that's all of our cards are those cards. So while true, of course, another Meddling Mage, sure. What we really want in this matchup is like a turn 1 Akroma, but we'll take this. We're happy with this. Yeah, no, 100% Emery. It coming together like this breezy, quite good. Let's go pitch a City of Brass. Pitch a City of Brass to give flying. I gain 7 up to 30. Can they get even close to 30? I don't think so. Combat. They can get big enough to block Phantom Nishoba, but then the Phantom Nishoba doesn't die, which gets really awkward. So I think I have to get in. Damage. I'll go to 30. You go to 2. And they name Reanimate here. Do we just therapy looking for STP or Gush? I think we therapy looking for another Gush just to keep the Psychotog nice and calm. Or is it swords? Can they kill with Gush? Their graveyard contains 3.5 points of damage. 3.5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.5. 4 cards in hand is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.5. They're not even close. Even if they Gush, it's not lethal. So I think it's swords. Maybe it's actually fire. Wait, it's fire ice. It's actually fire ice. It's just lands. Okay, we're good. Go. Yeah, they likely would have cast STP. They concede because my Putrid Imp is a flying 2/2. All right, this is Groatog. I mean, they have to contend with Oath, and their removal is white, and Duress is also good. Do I have a classic case of too much to bring in, not enough to take out? Maybe we give up on the Shade and just play Iridescent Angel instead, because that has pro every color, and then Reya is probably not great against an STP strategy. And then if we're Oathing, Putrid Imp becomes kind of bad. And then P.E.A.C.E is already kind of meh. It's like really good game 1 in some spots, but same as Sickening Dreams. Then we can kind of Life Death. And then we're bringing in this many creatures, so I think I'm cool to trim a Phantom Nishoba and a Phantom Nishoba. Yeah, this seems fine. Ins, out, submits. Is the Beast bad versus Gush? Maybe, but I think they have so many non-basics that we're fine with it. This is a hand that looks almost good, but it's not. This hand casts Careful Study, has Duress and Cabal Therapy. Dark Ritual does things. We'll pitch the Reanimate. Or do we just pitch Dark Rit? I think we'll pitch the Reanimate. All right, we dance. We draw a Petradon. Let's go ahead and Duress you. We've got STP and a bunch of garbage. Take the STP, you can go. There's a city. So there's one mystery card, and we just have to hope it's not exactly counterspell. Or draw land, then we can play around it anyway. We did not draw the land, so here we go. Dark Ritual, Cabal Therapy, me. If they're counterspelling their impulse, and I was going to say, if they're counterspelling my Cabal Therapy targeting me, I have questions, but they're not. All right, is this good? Why not study? Because I can reanimate right now, because I can't cast Dark Rit and study. We're going to name Petradon. Of course, we could get lucky and hit the land, but I'm not rolling those dice in my 14 land deck. I've got blue mana, but I can't, like, if I cast Careful Study, I can't do this. And then here's an Exhume. Got that Daze? No, all right, Petradon, I choose you. Take them lands out and pass. Did anyone notice opponent make a mistake? They say good games, I am so bad. Also, you could draw swords. I wonder what their mistake was. Yeah, not having was lucky and the screw CS, but I was stupid enough to not see you targeting yourself. Oh, they had counterspell, but they didn't realize I targeted myself. Wait, so they impulsed instead of holding up counterspell because they thought I was targeting them with the Cabal Therapy. All right, that is a big mistake. Well, they can still draw white source swords though. Attack you, and I just F6 through my turn, so let's stop that. And then will I pump? No, I will cast Careful Study. And then Careful Study me for a blue, pitch, Gemstone Mine, play City of Brass, pass the turn. And now I think we just double pump both turns. All right, nope, they concede. All right, we are 3-1, and that calls for a drop because we're out of the trophy. I just wanted to retrieve the play points we used to get into the league, which we just did. 100 play points. Preview. All right, I'm on the play. We have Therapy myself, Reanimate Petradon. This is among the weaker hands, but I think it's a keep. All right, let's go Gemstone, tap for a black, Cabal Therapy me, Petradon, ship the turn. Here's my hand. Please don't be sly. Was the last match your 5-0 match? No. I was 3-1 when I dropped that league. Why did I do that turn 1? That was really dumb. I could do all of it turn 2. Thank you for catching that. Luckily, City of Traders is really bad at therapying. Furnace! Damn it. Well, we'll find out what our opponent's doing. I wonder if they're Tinker, Welder, Prison. Turn 1 City is definitely interesting. Thanks for the Prime sub, buddy. Undiscovered, go. Yeah, if I would have waited, that was really dumb. That was embarrassing. Wait till turn 2. Maybe they don't play their Furnace on turn 1. Maybe they do anything else. Thran Dynamos. This is either some big red or big white deck, or it's Tinker Welder. Because Flinker doesn't play Thran Dynamo. Sphere of Resistance is fine. Yeah, this is Tinker Welder, it looks like. Pimp. All right, Underground River. Play Pimp. You know what? They could play a Winter Orb. Let's tap for it like this. And pass to you. Grease Monkey, thank you for the Prime sub. 10 months. We're almost at a year, man. Hot damn. Icy Manipulator, that's a pretty good one. Triple City of Traders draw too. Yeah, they do play the Winter Orb, so I'm stoked that I used the Undiscovered Paradise. All right, we'll untap Underground River. Dark Rit. We'll play a Gemstone Mine, go to combat. Attack for 1, and ship it. Not that guy. Bro, help. I think I made a deck that lets me have untargetable Sphere of Safety and an enchantment deck. What are you talking about? In Premodern? Late to the stream, the pile looks sick. Love the deck that can have Oath in the sideboard, much like your bug control. Yeah, I'm also a big fan of sideboard Oath decks. Another Sphere of Res, that's fine. Commander, yeah, we don't play that format here. So if you're looking to talk about that, I'm sure there's someone doing something involving Commander, but it's not here, unfortunately. Well, I mean, double Sphere really doesn't matter. I guess we just go. They can keep icying, but I guess then I can keep attacking with Putrid Imp. So let's pitch the Petradon. Let's reanimate the Petradon for 1, 2, 3. You're going to port me? Yeah, that's fine. Petradon's going to hit your port and one of my Gemstone Mines. And then we will go to combat and attack for 1 and ship it to you. Yeah, I haven't touched anything besides Premodern for like the better part of 2 years now. And I've not missed anything else. I haven't missed it. I mean, I kind of wanted to do some, I'm not going to lie. I kind of got the bug to play some Pauper. Maybe some other weird formats like Peak Legacy might be coming. So that's cool. All right, we'll untap Underground River. We'll bounce the Undiscovered Paradise. Tap here's fine. Another Petradon. Let's play Undiscovered Paradise. Go to combat. Attack for 1. And then we keep chilling. Vintage is reasonably costed on MtGO. Yeah, I know that, but if I can't play a format in paper, I don't really want to play it, you know? All right, they're kind of popping stones, which makes me a little happy. Although I think they have plenty of time. They also haven't shown me a colored source, which is interesting. Are we going to manipulate my dude? You are. All right, so now I can go. Do I even play another Petradon until they draw a... Maybe I wait till they draw their next land, or maybe I just truly need my Petradons to win the game. For starters, we're going to get in for 1, and then Undiscovered Paradise, activate, pitch Petradon, and then we're going to death it, tapping for black, 1, 2. And then I will target my Gemstone Mine and my Underground River. All right, you are up. This is where they fire, or Triskelion loop or something. Ooh la la, another port. Right after I make my second Petradon, you jerk. I wanted that. I needed that even. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, they're nowhere near being able to cast a... they're not even close to being able to cast a Triskelion. All right, go to combat. You've tapped my Petradon. Declare attackers. Attack with my dudes. And then I guess I'll just play out the Paradise. It doesn't really matter. I was trying to think, like, do I need to threshold myself? But making Putrid Imp a 2/2 doesn't change my clock at all. And these Undiscovered Paradises can be used to pump Petradon, which is really quite cool. Now, Tinker here would be a nightmare because they just found a blue source. This looks like a Tinker. Oh, it's just a Thran Dynamo. So are you dead? Yeah, you've tapped my Petradon. All right, so we go Undiscovered Paradise. We go pump 1 times, pump 2 times, attack for 7, 8, and then you're up. Kill me if you can. Being at 4 and not 3 is very, very valuable because I don't die to Triskelion. Is this Tinker? It is Tinker. They have mana to Icy. Maybe this does this have to be Tanglewire? It's Ensnaring Bridge. Okay. Well, that's less than awesome. Tap the Pimp. Makes sense. Ooh, Sickening Dreams. Let's fucking go. Pass. Shame that Dark Ritual's mana parity right now. 7. There's a Trike. Shoot my Pimp. That happens. So I can force a draw if I'm able to get to enough sauce. Undiscovered Paradise. Icy Manipulator tap. Icy Manipulator tap. I'm dead. Oh, wait. They can't attack. Oh, but nope, they can't. Can they draw up to the hand size? Do they have another Mind Stone? They don't. They don't. Life. I can't cast Life. There are 2 Sphere of Resistance in play. So we're gonna pass. Oh, they can't even Icy, luckily. Attackers are cool. Casting the Petal costs 2 mana, Swalville. Dark Writ costs 3 mana. Y'all gotta read these Spheres of Resistance. Everyone's making great play options. Like, these would be great plays if I could cast a spell. All right, yeah, you've tapped my... Ooh, I should have tapped that for mana. All right, I untap my Undiscovered Paradise. Oh, did you think that I was gonna get locked out of Undiscovered Paradise? Is that your plan? That's not how that works. Sickening Dreams costs 5 now, which is not great. So we're just gonna keep chilling. There are 3 spheres in play right now. Yeah, you've tapped my land. Let's just tap that one for mana. If I cast a Petal for 3 mana, there's a Winter Orb and I don't untap my lands. Dudes, look at the board state. Look at the board state. Another Orb, sure. All right, they're tapping all my lands. That's fine. I'm going to untap Underground River. Here is an Undiscovered Paradise, and I will pass. Paradise has only come back to my hand when I tap, and I can only play 1 land a turn. Maybe all this isn't as obvious as I think. I play a lot of Tinker Welder Prison. It's one of my favorite decks. Tanglewire? Okay. Yeah, but if I had an Exploration in play, true. The only reason I'm still playing is because Tinker Welder Prison has serious problems actually dealing lethal. So that is a huge factor here for me. Another Underground River, go. We should have been dead like 2 turns ago for the line you already pointed out, so all of this is a wash. Maybe. They're also underneath their own Ensnaring Bridge, but they are getting to the point where they can definitely attack with that Triskelion. Yeah, we're ahead on clock, so we're just going to burn our opponent's clock out. Ooh, they can. They can ping for 1, attack for 2, ping for 1. They keep missing it, so I'm going to let them keep missing it. 1, 2, 3. You tapped them. Undiscovered Paradise. You can go. They don't have to get another trike out. No, they just win here as long as they don't screw it up. All right, yeah, they found the line. Right, yeah, they're not stream sniping. I don't think... If you're a Tinker Welder player, I don't think Tinker Welder players are built like that. I don't think they'd be stream sniping. I want, Iridescent Angel actually doesn't do anything because the way they target it is colorless. So these are actually bad. I think it's just these. I think that I'd like, let's see, I'll lose an Animate Dead. I'll lose a pair of P.E.A.C.E. I don't really want to go down on creature. I don't really want to go down on engine pieces. So Sickening Dreams, I'll go down to 1 of. How many reanimates? Supposed to have 4 reanimates, 4 exhumes, 2 life deaths. I think that's my minimum. So I really need to cut 2 more. Maybe I can cut like a Reya. This seems like a matchup actually where Reya could really shine though. Let's fuck. Dark Rit. I think I need my Dark Rits on the play. So we'll only bring in 3 Duresses and we'll cut a Nishoba. We battle. Just register for the peace event. Very sick. Very sick. Love to hear it. Thank you, Tempo. All right, we are on the play. What do we have? We have Cabal Therapy, Exhume things. I think we're just going to play this a little slower. That seems dumb, though. You signed off your contribution to V6 deck yesterday. Love to see it. Thanks, buddy. Al's been gushing about all the sweet shit he's getting in. Last league ended at 3-1. I think this is too slow. Like, I could go Cabal Therapy myself, but I just straight up get ganked by Furnace. Do we need to take a mulligan to try for a turn 1? I think so. All right, what do we got here? Petradon, Cabal. I mean, this one's a little bit better, actually. We don't have the Reanimate spells, but Careful Studies give us a little bit of fluidity. So we're going to keep one of our Careful Studies, and we'll open on Duress. River, Duress, you. Show me what you got. Furnace, Welder. So they're going to Welder on turn 1, but they're keeping a 1-lander. They're just hoping to get very lucky. I mean, there's a decent shot that they do. Let's go ahead and grab the Furnace anyway and see if we can get lucky first. Reef, Welder, and a mystery card in hand. Land, Exhume, not a bad one. Blue, Careful Study. Pitch, Nishoba, Petradon. We'll put Nishoba in first, then Petradon. And then we'll go City of Brass, and I'd like to Cabal Therapy you naming Sphere of Resistance. I mean, it's kind of weird, because if I name Sphere, all they got to do is play Mind Stone, and they can welder a Sphere back into play. So is there like some secret third option, like maybe they don't find a land drop, and I'm supposed to name Furnace again? Am I even casting this Cabal Therapy? Because if I hit the Sphere, they can just jam Winter Orb, then I can't reanimate. I'm actually not doing anything. Pass turn. Well, we don't know that they have the land. Like, they kept a 1-lander, so there's a chance they just on-tap and pass. But if I Cabal Therapy, and they do, if they find the land and I don't Therapy, I think I'm in better shape than if I Therapy and they, I think I'm in better shape either way is what I'm saying. Opponent, it's your turn, dude. Do stuff. No, really, you should do stuff, like their deck. I guess they open on Welder and my deck's not good at removing. Oh, opponent blacked out. I hope that means in Magic and not in real life. Land, is it great for you? It is great for you. So they can go Mind Stone into Sphere, and I need to draw into land so I can Exhume or Reanimate. This is kind of a weird line to take. So there goes the stone. I mean, if they were sniping, they wouldn't have taken that line. All right, Exhume. Brian, what's going on, baby? How you doing? You don't want me to have Petradon. That makes sense. So I will have a Phantom Nishoba instead. You may go. Sphere's cool. Make a Mind Stone and then drop a Warb. Yeah, got it. So there's still a known Mistress Helix. I'm going to attack you a lot. I hope that's cool. All right, River, Combat, attack you for 7, gain 7. The funny thing about Duress and Cabal Therapy is if I hit that Mistress Helix, I'm good on hitting that Mistress Helix, I think. I think I'm just going to Therapy naming Tinker. We don't hit. They've got a Devourer. Good to know. Okay, you are up. Wait, what do we know about? We know about nothing that we want to Duress. Pass. 2-turn clock. We just got to hope to stay lucky. 1, 2, 3. Did you draw a second City of Traders or a Tomb? Tanglewire. That does make sense, and it's awful. That's like their best possible top deck, which is a bummer. Does that? Am I just dead? Wait, does that just kill me? If they can get a second Welder in play, I'm just dead to that, right? On tap Underground. 1, 2, 3. Reanimate. Pass the turn, I guess. They trade. Yeah, we're just dead. All right, we're going to drop this league and start a new one. They drew the Tanglewire, which was the actual best possible. Nothing I can do about that. All right, get me back in there. We'll do at least one more with Reanimator. Then if we're not feeling it after that, Sick Tog is also on the menu. I mean, we've got infinite looks. All right, we're going to keep this. We've got so many looks for the Reanimate. I'm not even going to try to hide my hand. Island, sure. Reanimate's a pretty good one. All right, Underground River, Careful Study. I can snipe him. Are they live right now? Oh, I play P.E.A.C.E, right? We'll pitch Akroma and Petradon. And then we're going to chill. And next turn, we go like peek and reanimate Petradon type shit. Unless, of course, we just get natural dreadnoughted. Have you tried hunting with Lanny Big's version of Teaget? I've done it with, you mean Oath Panzer, right? We have a trophy with the Lanny version. I was working with Lanny on. He did like 95% of the work, but I was in the conversation, which was really nice. Yeah, we got a trophy with it. PQ. All right, what do you have for me? Counterspell, Opposition, Lord of Atlantis, Misdirection. Okay, so let's make you counterspell my Reanimate and just ship the turn. Counterspell's gone. They've got Wasteland in hand, which is not good because Wasteland breaks up our ability to cast Animate Dead. Lordy. Oh, well, they're gonna let me give it a try, I guess. Play around Daze. Reanimate Petradon. All right, Petradon triggers, and we're gonna not even bother getting the Wasteland. I'm gonna grab both of your islands. Did you draw Gush? They did not. All right, study. All right, I think we want to just pitch both of our creatures, and then we can play this land, and then we can pass this turn. Well, if that was their plan, then why didn't they do it? Because they totally could have just done it. All right, go to combat, attack for 5. Main phase 2, let's exhume. They concede. That makes sense. Okay, so they're doing fish things, so Oath should actually be really good. So let's go Oathies, Duresses, no Pimps, no. I think Petradon's actually underrated in this matchup, as is Reya is actually not that bad, but I'm not bringing in any creatures. And I don't think I'm supposed to, so I can only cut like 1 Petradon tops. Animate Dead can get misdirected, which is gross. Peaks. I can cut like 1 peak here. I think I kind of do want to just have like 1 in my deck. Maybe a life death. Hiya. Fight me. Oh, it's an enchantment with an ETB effect. Either way, I think Animate Dead's still a little bit so-so. All right, Matt, you're on the play. We have Petal. This is a weird one, you guys. If this Careful Study hits me a land, I just can go for it. I think I'm going to go for it. This Petal, like if I just Petal Careful Study into any land or Petal, I just get to reanimate a Petradon. That seems okay. Sandbar Merfolk is good. All right, here we go. Lotus Petal. Cast Careful Study. Show me a land deck. Don't get Dazed Careful Study. Land. All right, we pitch Phantom Nishoba and Petradon. Here's a City of Brass. Reanimate Phantom Nishoba. Yield through the turn, because if you have it, you have it. I have a 7/7. Please don't Chain of Vapor my 7/7. Or Boomerang it. Another Phantom. All right, combat. Declare attacks for 7. Do you have a way to bounce this? I mean, they surely must, right? They block. Okay, damage. End of combat. So they could be the shrimp version of this deck. So we're going to therapy them. Phyrexian Dreadnought. Because I actually can't beat that if they play it. They don't have that. They've just got Hydroblast, Gush, Counterspell. All right, you are up. There's a Wasteland. Take out my land. That makes sense. Gush. What do we got here? Return a creature towards our hand if this kicked enters with. Okay, cool. I'm going to attack that thing now. Doink. Go. All right, you take. Ooh, yes, that's how I want the damage. You go to 9, so you're still on a 2-turn clock. The Gush of Desperation. Very good thing I didn't hit the Petradon. That would have gotten blown out by the Hydroblast, huh? Islands. Another little fishy. All right, we draw an Akroma. Combat attackers again. And then they no longer have this Gush, so there's Island, mystery card in hand. And you drop to 5, and you can go. They are passing. They must have something to do here. I guess maybe not. They could just like go to 1 and try to figure it out next turn too. 4. They're at 1. I'm at like 30, 33? And then here's an Underground River because I want to see what's going on in there. All right, Counterspell's good. You're up. All right, they couldn't find it. We got him. Round 2. Bye, Matt. Good game. Yeah. Shame about the watching the stream thing with that dude. Who needs lands? Not this deck. You don't need lands when you have a 7/7. I mean, I guess I ended the game with it being a 4/4, but like that's good enough in most cases. Oh no, it's Negator. This is one of the trophy leaders. And they're on the play? Well, that's brutal. I mean, I have a line here, so I'm going to keep. Careful Study into Exhume. Miri's Guile, Enchantress, huh? Let's go City of Brass. Careful Study. Lotus Petal, please. Oh, no luck. All right, pitch Petradon and hold full control and a life death. Oh, it should have let me. Why didn't it let me choose my order? What if they have main board Phyrexian Furnace? Sarah Sanctum. How wide can we go? All right, it's an Argothian. All right, land, tap it for a black Cabal Therapy, you naming swords. We don't hit, they don't have any lands, which is great news because Reanimate. Give me both of your lands. And no drawing white source into swords allowed, opponent. That said, they do just have a Miri's Guile. Green source. Exploration. Oh, the digs. Draw. Combat. Attack for 5. All right, main phase 2. Let's careful study. No good reanimate target. Let's pitch Darkrit, Life Death. Play Gemstone Mine. Let's go ahead and therapy them. And I guess we know most of their hand. Enlightened Tutor resolves. So they've got Presence, Grove, and that's it. They're getting Kurtar's Desire. All right, so we're going to hit the Presence, I think. Leaving them with Grove and then a Kurtar's Desire that they're going to draw, I think. And then let's go ahead and play a Putrid Imp. And I think we need this Putrid Imp to pressure because it's a 2/2. Do I want a therapy Sterling Grove? I don't think I need to here. It feels like they almost have to Kurtar's Desire. What do they get back if yeah, I can't do it. I need them to commit the Kurtar's Desire first. I have to hope I don't get totally blown out. Oh, right. I can sack the Petradon and exhume it. 1, 2, 3. There's a Grove. You draw a card. So they can do both. They can go Grove into Kurtar's Desire. Into a Brushland. Okay. My turn. Let's go. Ooh, a Reanimate too. That's interesting. Let's go ahead and we don't know what the last card in their hand is, but I think I'm going to therapy them anyway, sacking the Petradon. They're going to swords, nothing for it. And then we'll just name Abbey Gargoyles. And then we will exhume. And then we're going to grab Sanctum plus Snowco Forest, make their mana hurt. And then you are up. Petradon is a consistently impressive card. Why wasn't this in the earlier builds of Reanimator, I wonder? Elephant Grass is pretty good. So I had to pay 2. And there's a Putrid Imp. Yeah, I think we get in there. I think I kind of have to. Attack for 5. I will pay the 2. And then you may go. Down to 5. And then we can just F6. There's truly nothing we can do about whatever they do. Presence, okay. So their plan's to block with Argothian, but I drew Sickening Dreams. All right, nice. There's no Elephant Grass, right? Yeah, there's no Elephant Grass. Black, whatever. Discard Putrid Imp and Reanimate. We get there. Wow. Petradon really showing off its strength there. That was pretty incredible. We want things with pro white in this matchup for sure. And I think, do we also just want to be a Duress deck? Do we even bother being an Oath of Druids deck? Petradon seems amazing. Phantom Nishoba seems poor. Akroma seems like fine. Reya seems pretty medium. So those are the creatures we'll swap out. And then Duresses. I think that Sickening Dreams are awesome at dealing with exactly Argothian Enchantress. Animate Dead seems poor. P.E.A.C.E seems kind of poor. And then, ooh, what's the last cut? Want Akroma go down a creature? I could see that. Okay, here we go. Pro white dudes, .deck. I mean, their deck truly has no way to get Iridescent Angel out of play, so that's kind of cool. We have a no land hand mulligan. We have a 1 land, careful study, reanimate hand. So we keep and we pitch the redundant Petradon. All right, let's dance. Let's dance. Let's dance. No Tormod scripts, please. Miri's Guiles, chill. Underground River. Underground River, go. I'm actually not going to do anything right now. I'm going to wait until they do something. That way, if they like don't do anything with their mana, I'll just sneak an Iridescent Angel, and if they do, I'll get rid of their lands. Wild Growth is cool. Ooh, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right, blue, careful study. Pitch Petradon plus City of Brass. Play Underground River. Reanimate the Petradon. Teddy, what's going on, buddy? I'll get rid of 2 lands. I have to do 2. I can't not choose mine. And then we will ship the turn. No swords, please. No land even. All right, City of Brass, combat. Attack you for 5. And then duress you. There's the swords. And I guess we'll also therapy what? Solitary? I don't think I need the therapy right now. No, I definitely don't. I can just careful study. Sickening Dreams, Duress. Pitch Iridescent Angel and therapy, I guess. Do I think I'm going to need the Sickening Dreams? If Argothian enchant, let me see. They play a land, do whatever. It pass to me. They go down to 9, potentially 8 if I pump. Then they play Argothian Enchantress. I attack, they block. Yeah, I think maybe I might use Sickening Dreams. So let's just pitch the Duress. All right, you're up, opponent. They concede. All right, we got Negator. Nice. Round 3. Wait, is Negator on top right now? They usually are, but I don't. Turns out they're not. Maybe they just started their grind. How many trophies you got, Negator? 2. Same as me. I feel like this deck is way underplayed. Yeah, I agree. I do agree. I think the problem is we haven't found like what should be the stock Reanimator deck, right? This feels close to me. Like the one I'm playing right now, Petradon is patching up a ton of holes. We could never win that game 1 against Enchantress without mana denial. And Petradon like does that job super well. It's been the linchpin of like a few games that we won today, actually. There you go. Petradon is very spicy tech. I'm impressed. Me too. Dr. Reanimator. The problem with Dr. Reanimator is it's a Reanimator deck that wants to make its 3rd land drop. And I think that's a lot. That's a little greedy. I mean, we're playing 14 lands. Like we win a lot of games with no lands in play. I've seen, what is the name of that deck? Twisted Tog, I think is what they call it. It's Twisted Abomination and you play Reanimates. That way you've got like that 1-2 punch of like, if you're not doing Tog stuff and your opponent's not doing anything quickly, you can like cycle Twisted Abomination to get a swamp and then play it again. Blue Black Scam, Parallax Nexus. That's a scam card. Scamming for days. That's right, baby. I think you have to like mulligan super aggressively with this deck. I think the couple games, we've only lost 2 games so far today, but I think, and we've played what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So solid win rate still. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 even. But the problem with this deck is like, I think a lot of people might trick themselves into keeping a hand that like, oh, it just needs this to. The mulliganing heuristics for Reanimator are hard, I guess is what I'm saying. Black-White Parallax Nexus Tide Control. If only Parallax Tide was legal in this format. All right, I will be on the play. Wave, there you go. Well, I'll keep this. We have to draw a land, but like, I'm never going to not keep this. Our top decks, we got 13 lands, 4 Lotus Petals, 3 Dark Rituals, and 4 Reanimates. So we've got oodles of hot top decks. Here's my Putrid Imp. You may go. Wasteland's pretty good. I've got this cute little pimp though. I draw an Exhume, go to combat, attack for 1. I also want to see Reya in play, but we did get Wastelanded, which is something that can kind of just happen to us. Brushland, Diamond, Sphere, Oath. Okay. On-tap draw, Underground River. Let's go combat. Attack for 1. Underground River. Therapy U. Swords to Plowshares. They've got 1 sword, seal, Oath. Okay, Swords is gone. Swords is gone. You can go. I'm actually like kind of comfy with an Oath trigger here. Oath gets like very funky against Reanimator. All right, Oath triggers. I have nothing to say about that. Are you going to do it? If this Terravore is huge, we might be cooked anyway. But if it's like it's just an 8/8. I say just, but like we can actually kind of do stuff about that. So what? I know about a Heath, another Oath, a Seal, and that's your whole hand. All right, attackers, end step, my turn. You've tapped my land. Well, I don't need to cast spells. So activate, pitch, Reya. Activate, pitch, Akroma. Activate, pitch, Phantom Nishoba. Go to combat. Attack you for 1 in the air. And then therapy you to get your Seal of Cleansing so you can't blow your own Oath up. And then you've got Windswept Heath Oath. And then you are up. I will take 9. And then we get an Oath trigger. Now the problem with this Oath trigger is I need a creature to be very close to the top. Otherwise their Terravore will get too big to contend with. River's tapped. We made it a 13/13. Attack for 6, block, take 7, go to 2. Yeah, I think, no, there's no way out here. Okay, we're not going to waste time. We're going to concede and go to the next game. We're not going to become an Oath deck versus an Oath deck. I know that much. Crumble seems fine, as do my pro white creatures, so they can't STP, and Duress. No Oaths, please. Petradon actually seems awesome. Phantom Nishoba seems like he gets swords or outclassed very quickly. Same with Reya, doesn't seem great. Animate Dead's too easy to interact with. Sickening Dreams, I think, is a dirty trap. Not even a trap, I just don't think it's very good. Same with P.E.A.C.E. And then we can cut 1. Maybe we'll just bring in 3 Duress here. Submit. In general rule, Duress in, P.E.A.C.E. out, I guess. Yeah, I think it's just like, why would I need the P.E.A.C.E. at their hand when I can just take a card out of it? I guess is the thinking. I don't have a sideboard guide on this deck. I'm just kind of like making shit up as we go. All right, I would like to play first, please. Yes. We have Hope and Pray based on Careful Studies, but I've got a Lotus Petal. I think it's worth it. I don't know. Maybe this is one of those hands I was talking about where it's a dirty trap. The amount of time they're they've mulliganed. I was going to say the amount of time they're taking to decide is kind of weird, but all right. City of Brass. We're going to Careful Study, kind of go for just all the gold. All right, draw 2 good creatures. Off the top, none. Let's pitch Exhume, Pimp. Ship the... I'm going to play this Lotus Petal, I think, so if they have turn 1 Sphere, I don't get totally blown out. Wasteland's chill. I draw Therapy. Well, I now have to do this. Spin Careful Study. Pitch Iridescent Angel. Pitch Therapy. And just hope we draw land. And that they don't just like Windmill Slam Crypt. All right, we did it. Underground River. Tap it for a black. Dark Red. Duress you. Sphere, Swords, Library. Goodbye, Library. Exhume, Iridescent Angel, and then ship the turn. No Oath off the top, opponent. You're not allowed. Sphere's fine. All right, combat, attack you for 4. Ship it. Let's track what they actually have. So, did we know about the Windswept? We didn't. So we know they have no library. Sphere's out of hand. Yep, that's what we know. We know what we know. They want a little racy race. I mean, this is probably the best way to play this game. Combat, declare attacks for 4. Ship it. Factory. Oh god, a 3/3 Terrorvore is pretty good. Combat, attacks for... Go. Port. Yeah, can they clean me up faster than I can clean them up? They can attack for 8 twice. So I have to pull this Iridescent Angel back on blocks now. Oh, no, I thought they misclicked for a second. I was like, oh shit. But they didn't. So we'll play a Petal. And then we'll just chill 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll chill out. Yeah, we do lose this race, so we're not going to attack. Ooh, Brushland's gone too, thank you. Green, man up the village. And they're doing this specifically to grow the Terrorvore, I assume. Attackers, send in with all 3? Oh, I see. Yeah, I see what's happening. This is fast enough. I have to block both creatures next turn. All right, so we need to, I don't know what we need to do. But does that do anything? No. Let me see. I can Dark Red up to 3 for both of these. I've got no Reanimate spells I can attack. We're just dead. We're just dead. Are we 2-0 right now? We are. So we're going to try to get some profit back on this league as well. Now, I do have to ask, because I'm going to do some more leagues. Do we want to see more Reanimator grinding? Or do we want to switch gears to like the Sick Doctor, the Psychotog Sickening Dreams deck? Or do we just want to grind this deck into the ground until we hit a trophy? What would you all prefer? On the draw with a hand that makes a Hope and a Dream. We've got the Reanimates all rolled up. We've got the ways to get them all rolled up. I think we're going to keep this and hope to find a Reanimate target. Have you messed around with a Reanimator list that played Zombie Infestation? I have not. All right, we got a Treetop into a Mox Diamond. Are you going to do anything with the Mox Diamond? Trophies here with HFEB, very sick. Are you in the Cabal? Asks everyone ever. All right, we're going to cast Careful Study. Show me some goodies. Come on, Careful Study, do your thing. Rats, that didn't do its thing. In the HFEB Cabal. Based on that answer, I'm going to say no. We'll pitch Life, Death, plus... I don't think Dark Writ's necessary either. We will pass. But I think the Cabal has to like accept you. I think you have to like commit some type of crime or something. Because they're very secretive. And I think it's because they're... Nowadays, it mostly talks about Eldamri's Vineyard. I did just pick up a playset of that card. Wasteland's good. We're just kind of getting Wastelanded out of the game, which is not great. Ooh. Okay. Imp. And you can go. Fetch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lands and graveyards. That's a lot. Was I supposed to instead therapy for Terrorvore and then... Oh, who actually knows? All right, it's my turn. Draw Underground River. Let's go ahead and... You don't have anything in the bin. So let's... Do we need to... I think we want to make sure they don't have swords. So what we'll do is we'll go black, therapy, you naming swords to plowshares. They have one, that plus call. And then I want to go activate Putrid Imp, pitching Petradon. And then we want to reanimate our Petradon, don't we? Wait, or is it, okay, is it better to try to trade for the Terrorvore and reanimate their Terrorvore? What that looks like is passing the turn, attacking and taking 6. And then I exhume the Petradon. I think that's actually better. Go to attacks, hope they don't wasteland me. I guess wasteland doesn't matter. And I'm actually just going to pass. I'm going to be a fucking weirdo about this. And they get to choose between Call the Herd or attack for 9 here. There's that forest we knew about. I'm going to yield through the turn. I've simply got nothing to give for you. I'll take 6. Call the Herd for sure. All right, there's another Petradon. That's actually interesting as well. We'll just go City of Brass, and I'm going to cast Exhume. Petradon, get that treetop and that forest, I suppose. And then we can, technically we could make another Petradon, which is interesting. But I think for now, I'm just going to pitch a Petradon to the Putrid Imp to give it flying, and then go to combat, and shit. No, I fucked that up. I fucked that up so bad. Because now I can't stop myself from being thresholded. Because to pump this Petradon, I have to spend my Gemstone Mine. Oh, that was a punt, huh? And this can't block anyway, so I guess we're attacking. Wait, no, we're going to attackers for 2. And then we have to take another hit off this Terravore. Yeah, pitching that Petradon was a miserable play. What I should have done was not pitch the Petradon because I wasn't paying attention to my threshold. Then I'll have 5-6 points of damage. Because if I pump this Petradon, it costs Gemstone Mine, which means that Terravore becomes a 7/7 and Petradon doesn't trade with it. And they have swords. That's brutal. And is this T? I think this is actually just Oath Pawns, not T-Ged. All right, reanimating Petradon brings me to 1, so that's game 2. Pro white creatures, Duress, Crumble. Only 3 Duress. And then Nishobas, Reya, Animate Dead, P.E.A.C.E, Dreams, Submit. I think we have a T-Ged problem. Not even T-Ged. I think we have an Oath Ponza problem. I think we need like incredibly like ratchet fast hands to beat this deck. Not no landers. That won't do it. Mulligan. Triple. And I keep, every time I keep a hand that doesn't have the reanimate target, I kind of get hosed. So I think that's the one thing I have to look for is like the reanimate target might be the most important thing. We'll go to 5. 4. Cabal. No, not Putrid Imp. Iridescent Angel. Is that even fast enough? I don't think it is, but I think we can't just lose to swords here. We got to get like some amount of lucky. Here's a pimp, and you go. Why is Spotify playing Tudor Cinema Club demos? That's what this is, right? Yeah, it's the demo of Undercover Martin. Diamond, Mongoose. Oh, that's it. Okay. Careful study. Reanimate spell. I found one. Pitch 1, 2. Play a land. Go to combat. Attacks. I would trade this. Go. Don't wasteland me, please. Don't do anything mean to me. Just be nice to me. That's all you're allowed to do. Oh, wait, that's way too nice. All right, death my Iridescent Angel. Combat for 1. Pass to you. STP my pimp, sure. Plains. Oath. Werebear, okay. I mean, I guess I'm going to 3. Reanimate. 5, 6, 7. I'm going to 2. Can I do that? Surely I can. All right, reanimate Akroma. Go to combat. Is this a 2-turn clock? It is. Declare attacks. Beep, beep. And I can block one of the 2 creatures. And if we get ported, we're dead. All right, that wasn't a port. Swords, okay. So they're not thresholded, and my clock, I think, as of right this second, is faster. It is still faster? Holy shit. And they are playing T-Ged, not Oath Ponza. Combat for 4. And then I think I need to therapy them, naming Armageddon. And we hit, because that would have killed us if they made their land drop. And now we pass, and they bring us to 4. So we win this race as long as they don't add anything to the board and they don't draw anything. And they don't find port. A lot needs to happen for us to win this race. But as of right now, we're winning it. They've added a threat to the board. We now lose this race. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. We're so close. I mean, yeah, we're just dead. Concede. Rats. We needed them to miss. All right. Well, there's only one more round to go. So we're going to try to get our points back. Sickening Dreams would have been good there, but that's like, A, we thought we were against Oath Ponza. B, you really have to go digging to find a spot where Sickening Dreams is good in that matchup, right? Like, it would have been good exactly there, but if I had Sickening Dreams, I would not have found it when I wanted it. Like, guaranteed. And that's not true. Like, sometimes you do, but I think it's rare that it lines up. Even if it was in my deck, maybe we don't find it there, you know? Careful. So we don't have a creature again. Mulligan. We need a reanimate spell, but we have a study. Okay, keep. Pitch City of Gemstone Mine, probably, actually. Gemstone Mine. Mog Fanatic. Uh-oh. Ooh, Exhume's good, though. Underground River. Putrid Imp. And then we pass. but I can never F6 because I need to pitch this Petradon. Attackers are fine. I'm going to block. And before damage, I'm going to pitch my Petradon. Easy trade. Whatever they want to cast, they really want to cast it because they could have played around the Petradon pretty cleanly. All right, pop, seal. Okay. City, Exhume. They are going to, for what it's worth, get a Mog Fanatic back. Petradon, give me your mountains, dude. Please don't fire blast my Petradon, dude. Don't be a dick. They fire blasted my Petradon. All right, well, I mean, I can reanimate Petradon, but I'm playing against Sly. How good can that be? Oh, this is way better. Colorless, black, take the pain, animate dead my Petradon, and then I'll get my own lands, because who needs them? And then you can go. I think their clock's faster than mine, though. Ooh, Sickening Dreams. Do I just wait until I draw lands to Sickening Dreams? I think I simply have to. Let me see. I attack them for 4. They go to 15. They attack me for 3. I go to 11. I attack them for 4. They go to 11. They attack me for 3. I go to 8. I attack them for 4. They go to 7. Then they attack me and I go to. So I've got them on a 5-turn clock and they've got me on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. The same thing. We're both on 5-turn clocks. Who wins the race? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The Mog Fanatic sacking doesn't change the clock because it's not a multiple of 3. They can always swap the clock by blocking with Fanatic and shooting me. All right, I'm done thinking. Here's my Petradon, dude. My turn to get hit. Slugfest, combat, attack you for 4. Go. Thinking as a Reanimator player, is that illegal? Is what illegal? Is that a Mistress Factory? That's illegal. Land, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get in. They don't find the land drop. They're going to bring me to 5. So if I draw a land here, the land that doesn't deal me damage, which are there any of those? Yeah, there's plenty. There's a couple. That's one of them. Then I can go combat, attack for 4. Okay. Hold. You go to 3. And then I play Petal. And then I Sickening Dreams for a black and a colorless. And I do it for 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, we win at 1 life. Holy shit. All right, what's good here? Is this even, I don't even know if we become an Oath deck. That's the tricky bit, because they can like kill their own creatures on demand. Sly can only play so much graveyard interaction, so we probably play Crumble and like some number of Duress. And we take out, I think this card's not great. And then I think that Life Death is really bad for us. And Peaks are pretty bad. I don't think becoming an Oath deck against Reanimator is a great idea. They've got too much. They simply have too much agency over when they can choose to reanimate and not, or when they can choose to trigger Oath and not. Like they can always burn their own pup. They can always sack their Mog Fanatic. It's just not very good, I don't think. They mulligan. I'm mulliganing as well. I think I got to mulligan this too. We've got, let's see here, Pimp, Akroma, and this is a 4. Pimp, Akroma, Careful Study to try to dig for the Reanimate spell. We need the land. No, we're on 5. So land, Pimp, Akroma. Maybe, yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Mix. I was thinking maybe I almost wonder if we open on Duress, but we're going to keep this. Pitch 1, 2. On such a deep mulligan, the Dreams is like kind of going to be awkward no matter what anyway. Fanatic, do you have a Crypt? You don't. Do I Dark Writ? I don't think I need to. Let's just Duress you. Pyropillar, Curse Scroll. Well, Pyropillar's a no-go. You can go. And I think they're just going to dump their hand here. They are going to exactly dump their hand. All right, deck. It's time to do the thing. That is not the thing. I think we need the Careful Study. All right. 1, 2 to the bin. Undiscovered Paradise. Putrid Imp. Pass the turn. Doom Wake is raiding with a party of 260. Doom, how was your stream, buddy? Don't worry, we are trophy hunting, but these Reanimator leagues are going so fast, I'm trying to get my equity back out of this one. I think we're doing one more with Reanimator, then switching to Sick Tog, which is the Psychotog deck with Sickening Dreams in it. Yeah, you have shot my buddy. Doom, you're playing, if you're watching, I don't know if you're raiding and dumping, but if you're watching, you're playing a Premodern event this week. Is it this weekend that you're playing? Is that the Duress Crew Regional? All right, Reanimate spell. That's not a Reanimate spell. Why do I know about a Lightning Bolt? Oh, because they showed it to me. All right, Cabal Therapy or Lightning Bolt? Lightning Bolt. The Duress Crew event is this weekend. Beautiful. All right, take the bolt. You can go. I mean, if it was a Phantom Nishoba in the bin, I'd feel a little bit better. Doom Wake's your dad? That's so sick. He's kind of my dad, too, if you think about it for long enough. Yeah, getting him at the factory here seems intelligent. That's 4 damage. All right, 1 reanimate spell, please. Seal of Fire, dope, dope, dope. You are not a reanimate spell is the problem with you. Land and ship the turn. I think I got 1 more turn. The rest crew event is tomorrow. You're playing land still. I did see your trophy. Your list looks very tight. Super similar to the one I play. Although most land still decks are within like 5-10 cards of each other. Phenomenal deck. Underrated. I wish I could trophy hunt with it, but like land still is really, you can get trophies with it, but it not only takes forever, but land still is better at like going, you know, X and 1, X and 2 in an event, squeaking into top 8 than knowing what its opponent's on every single game in the post-cut games. So Reanimate, well, that just kills me. So let's concede and try again in game 3. Winning that game 1 was a miracle in its own right. Do I sneakily become an Oath deck now that I'm on the play? Maybe. Let's do that, because the Putrid Imps feel pretty bad. Do we just like swap 4 Imps for 4 Oaths? Yeah. Because it's not like I can win with Imp anyway. And maybe Oath slows the game down enough that I can like do the thing. All right, I'd like to play first. We've got Oath, Darkrit, ooh. All right, is Petradon good enough to keep on its own? I don't know, but I think I have to keep this. All right, City of Brass, Careful Study, take a point of damage, draw 2, discard Petradon, and would have much preferred to draw a land here. I think Reanimate, pass the turn. Footy Woody, Jackal Pup, okay. Black, ouch. Dark Ritual, Exhume. Trigger, eat that, eat this. And then that's all I got, dude. You're up. Did you keep a 1-lander? Bold strategy. Land, combat, attack you for 5. And then I think I will pump. What format is this? This is Premodern. I'm surprised you're coming from Doomwake's stream. I'm surprised you don't know what Premodern is. Doomwake does play the occasional Premodern League over on the Doomwake Twitch channel. All right, draw therapy, play this, go to combat, declare attacks for 5. Do I want to set up Reanimate Akroma next turn? They're going to go to, yeah, I think I do. So we're not going to pump. And then we're going to therapy ourselves this time, actually. Therapy me, Akroma, Angel of Wrath. And then I could have done that this turn, but it wouldn't have killed them. So I only watch Doomwake when he's playing formats I follow, to be honest. That's totally fair. I feel like that's how a lot of people engage with Twitch and YouTube. This is Premodern. It's really cool, but you have to like be not just an enjoyer of old barbering, okay. Not just an enjoyer of old cards, but you need to be like an enjoyer of if you're in love with contemporary Magic and you're really enjoying it, you might not enjoy the gameplay here. There is a chance. Now we've got a bunch of Pauper players that play Premodern on our local scene, but you know, those are converts. So now we do it. Like, what does this bring me down to? How do I die? I don't think I do. I think I just reanimate. You can't deal enough damage to me. Reanimate the Akroma. Go to a low life total. Combat. Attacks. Attack for lethal. You die. All right, we got our 3-2. Everyone was itching for another Reanimator League, so we're just going to take this chest and money we bought and spin it right back into the league. All right, we're keeping on this, I think. Well, there's no good way for us to pitch Nishoba other than hand size it. Is that fine? I think we're hand sizing. Keep. And if we draw like Careful Study or a Putrid Imp, we just turn 1 top decker. Opponent says, oh, it's you. I'll settle for 1 game win. You can have the rest. Well, top decker, we appear to be playing a mirror match. So I will just pass to you and I'll pitch a Phantom Nishoba. I just want you guys to see this very wholesome chat between me and top decker opponent. What? Come back. Here you go. I go to discard. They say, stop it. That's so good. If they reanimate my cat, I'm going to have a fucking panic attack. Cabal Therapy is fine. I've got 3 different named reanimate spells. Combat for 1 is cool. I'm going to bring this Phantom Nishoba back into play. Unless you play a land and reanimate it, that's going to be really lame. Pitch Akroma? Sure. Flashback Therapy? What do you want to hit? Exhume? No, you hit life death, so when I exhume, you get your Akroma back, right? All right, just draw Reanimate off the top. The Phantom Nishoba. How does this race go if I do it? I mean, their Akroma just dies from 1 swing from the Phantom Nishoba, so I think I just go for it here, right? Exhume. All right, you have an Akroma, I have a Phantom Nishoba. Who would win? That has pro, not the colors of my Phantom Nishoba. 3 hits and 3, but they go first. Yeah, but I gain 7 life every time I do the thing. Remember, Nishoba has lifelink. Lifelink. Oh, a Reanimate. That's funny. Combat. Declare attacks. Attack for 7. Slugfest. damage. Okay, I'll go back up to 19. And then I guess I'll just take your Multani. It's like not very big, but I don't want you to reanimate that. And I don't have a Cabal Therapy, so I can't like make a second Nishoba. So yeah, we'll just go Why did I play that Gemstone Mine? I just made the Multani smaller. Reanimate Multani. And then you may go. So there's a chance I could have... Oop, they concede. It doesn't matter. Our shit was good enough. What is the Reanimator mirror? No one like fucking prepared me for this shit. Ihsan Shade can attack underneath Akroma. That's kind of cool, but I lose that race, right? So like, does it matter? I guess just Duress. I guess we just Duress and then buy P.E.A.C.E, buy Sickening Dreams, buy Exhumes. Like 1 Exhume, 2 Exhume, because that sounds dumb. 4 Duress. If you're playing my list, then you don't have any real sideboard for this matchup. Is your list the same as it's Nick's? Opponent says I don't have any real sideboard for this matchup. However, they seem to still be sideboarding. Oh, they're looking up it's Nick's sideboard. Well, that makes sense. Reya Dawnbringer seems like a mirror breaker at the very least. So I guess I'm going to keep this. You're unmasking me. Be nice to me. Okay? I'm just hanging out. Slightly different. It seems I don't run Reya. Well, I have a Reya. Do you want to unmask it? Unmask it. Come on. Do it. They did unmask it because they're going to reanimate it. Wait. No. No, don't do it. Don't do this to me. They made a Reya, you guys. That's so bad. This is an insane matchup. I hate everything about what's happening here. Underground River. Do we Duress? It feels like I should just get a Putrid Imp going. And then I'll play out a Petal, but I'm not going to Duress just yet. I'm just going to pass. The only upside is Reya's clock is 5 turns. So I've got time to find stuff. Gilded Drake should be a good sideboard card. Also, Gilded Drake in the sideboard of Reanimator is actually kind of interesting. Unmask me again? Don't touch me, dude. What are you pitching to these? Exhume and Reanimate. Makes sense. So they have Unmask, which is going to be very good in this matchup, I think. Therapy me? Fucking be nice, dude. What the hell? Play Waterfront Bouncer. Waterfront Bouncer would actually be crazy. All right, take a draw. It's another Putrid Imp. Okay, I'm going to go to combat and attack you for 1. And then I'm going to play another Putrid Imp. And I'm going to pass the turn. Besides Goyf, what are the best playable Oath hits in this format? Exalted Angel, Ancestors Chosen. There's a few different ones. If you get into like the really spicy stuff, like Cognivore is really neat. Opponent says don't draw another Reanimate. But what if I want to? Reanimate off the top? Chance to find it? Careful Study. Sickening Dreams? Pitch Therapy, pitch Undiscovered Paradise. That gives me 5 in the bin. Is there like a way I can tempo this out? I can attack them for 4 right now. There's like a weird world where I can kind of try to win, but I don't know if I have enough cards in hand to make that work. Because I can like sack Lotus Petal to Duress. Doesn't matter if it misses. I go to Threshold. Then I can attack for 4, bring them to 6. But then Sickening Dreams, I can't cast for 2 because if I draw a land, I won't have a card. Yeah, I just can't do it. So I think I'm dead here. I'm going to Duress them though. Take your Careful Study. Go to combat. Attack for 1, 2, 3, 4. Pass the turn. Verdant Force comes back into play. That's a big Yoshi, dude. All right, I'll take 4. Down to 5. Putrid Imp. Can't block, but they can Cabal Therapy to block. This is a weird game. I think it's game 3 is what it actually is. Opponent says they don't know what I could have here. Don't do it. Just, it's a land. Trust. Maybe Akroma into Exhume is your only out. That would be a good out. But I don't have enough lands, and I've only got 1 card in hand. All right, you make a 1/1. I take a draw. That thing can't block. I draw Phantom Nishoba. So yeah, I get in for 4 and die. Yep. Game 3. All right, what do we want to do? Is Peak Loki actually very good here? I don't know what to do in the mirror. I was not like mentally prepared for this at all. We're just going to send this back. Was it actually a land though? No, it was Sickening Dreams. I'll find out tomorrow either way. Fair. Top Decker, I didn't realize you watched the content. Welcome. I'm going to try really hard to beat you, but I actually forgot you could reanimate my creatures. So that was poopy. All right, I would like to play first. Petradon is not super good in this matchup, and I can't get it into the graveyard. What I can do is open up on Duress Is this like a weird keep? I think it might be keep. Mainly because I have no clue what the texture of this matchup is supposed to feel like. Like, I've never even considered that you could play a Reanimator matchup because I've never done it before. Please mulligan deep top decker. Please, 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 please. They mulled a 6. It's a start. I do have a question to ask before we start the Sickening Tog. Would anyone be angry if I did some Dreadnought leagues? Or would everyone much, much prefer to see Sick Tog? Because Dreadnought is a deck I feel like super confident in trophying with. Let me know. Greater Gig, we could play Greater Gig combo. That is a busted one. All right, Undiscovered Paradise, Duress, you. You've got Darkrit Therapy, Exhume. This is an if you keep versus mirror. Me too, dude. I think we take the Exhume. Then what do? They Darkrit out a Putrid Imp and do a bunch of Cabal Therapy things. I think that's okay. Yeah, we need to take the Exhume. And then I guess we'll play out a Petal and we will ship the turn. Black for Putrid, Darkrit. They're going for something. Did they just draw a Reanimate spell? That would be pretty bad. Therapy me. I think Not's very interesting, but I get what you're saying. Tog is we got to vote for Tog. Trying to think how fair Oath is like if your hits are just Crows and Tusker and Spirit Monger. So I don't think Oath is good if that's the case. I think you really just want to be playing the they name Reanimate, will they hit? Seems kind of a mixed bag as to what people want to see. Let me Cabal Therapy. Are we naming the dinosaur? Do you have Reanimate? No, it's Death. Okay. So that's Darkrit gone, and I already took their Exhume. So their hand's just a Akroma mystery card. Big Red, I'm not trophy racing with Big Red. I'm already only at 2 trophies, which is like not very many. And Big Red takes forever to win games. And they play a Pimp. Okay, so we're just like in the Reanimator waiting room. They do have Imp, yep, they do. Undiscovered Paradise, and I guess we know they don't have like a Reanimate spell right now, so be careful study. I think I need to get rid of the Exhume. So I get rid of Exhume, I get rid of Petradon. I play City. I just can't let them play. Oh, I already played land. I just can't let them play Akroma, right? And that's what Exhume is doing. So I think I'm good on that. We're just hoping to draw like actual factual Reanimate or Animate Dead. No luck there. Let's go Gemstone Mine. And I think we don't need to therapy just yet. But they have a Pimp, and that's a clock that I don't have right now, which is kind of brutal. All right, they didn't Reanimate. That's a Phantom Nishoba. Let's play out a City of Brass. And I think now we therapy them. And I think we name like Exhume again. I just can't deal with an Akroma yet. They've just got 2 more creatures in a City of Brass. All right, you are up. Yeah, if they draw a Reanimate spell, I think we're cooked City. But if they brick enough turns in a row and we hit a Reanimate spell first, Petradon down there, Underground River, they get in for 1. I wonder why they're not playing their City. Oh, they're not playing their City of Brass because if I Reanimate Petradon, it's like very bad for them, right? Hardcast Nishoba. I mean, I guess if I draw like land Darkrit, I can. Cabal Therapy, me. I wonder what the take is. I wonder if they name Exhume. No, they would be fine with an Exhume. What do they name? Sickening Dreams? Careful study. Well, I definitely would have cast that. Reanimate. Undiscovered Paradise. Tap it for a black. Reanimate Petradon. Lose a bunch of life. Trigger the Petradon. I'll take out my own Gemstone Mine and the Underground River. And then you are up. Holding that City of Brass. Very sick, sick plan. I hope you didn't draw Reanimate. That would be pretty lame. Are they going for Giga Lethal? Looks like no. All right, Gemstone Mine. I'm going to pump. And I think I'm going to pump with the Petal as well. And I think I'll pump here as well. Go to combat for 8. And ship the turn. The reason we're going for 8 is because next turn I can do it for 9. So it chokes their City of Brass. Now, if they Reanimate, we're dead anyway. But it's a line. Top Decker says they need a non-City of Brass mana producer. I agree. That's the only reason I went so deep into the Petradon here. Good luck us. Are we spinning a careful study? Is that where we're at? Oh, they have a life death. And they want to Reanimate Verdant Force. Pitch Akroma. Yeah, they're racing now. All right, ouch. Gemstone Mine, pump, 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 go to combat, attack for 8. Hope it's enough. Did we get there or did they find it? Because Exhume cooks us, right? Like non-painful mana source, Exhume. They live at 1 and I die. They can't block by another turn. They're thresholded. You had Exhume in hand, any land, Petal, or ritual. Oh, rip. GG's. Sorry, Top Decker. It seems like you got the worst luck when you meet me in ladder. Well, we got it. We didn't really deserve it, but we got it. Yeehaw. Spooky matchup. Yeah, they could have blocked any other turn. That's very true. Ooh, Jotty's back on the map. I wonder if they're playing the, I wonder if they're still on the Trade Wind Survival deck. Ira, thank you for the tier 1 sub. 4 months. Very nice. 2 more months, you get a sick badge. Think about that. You ever thought about that? Pagan Fierce is the opponent. We are on the draw. We've got a, yep, keep. All night I think about it, good. It's the only thing that's truly important in this life. We're keeping. Quit playing islands, opponents. I want to play islands. Let's go with a Underground River and let's just jam the Pimp. Natural turn 2 Dreadnought. Those are my Pagan Fears. Doing a job, killing all my Magic playing sucks. I miss it. Oh, that's, yeah, we miss you, man. We miss you bad at the locals. All right, so we go City of Brass, go to combat, attack for 1, and then we Cabal Therapy our opponent, and we're going to hit Counterspell. Unless they Swords my Imp, then we're still going to hit Counterspell. Why are you thinking so hard about this, bro? Don't look at my hand. It's not important. They fire, we activate, and we pitch Reya, and then no response to the fire. And now we're going to hit Swords. We hit 2 Swords. Then we go Reanimate, Reya. This is going to hurt, by the way. Is it worth it? I think it is. Reanimate Reya. Because Reya, it turns out, is a 6, 7, 8, 9 drop. And then we pass the turn. So no more Swords in hand. You've got Counterspell, Gush, Tog, Mystery card. Did you draw an island? Reanimate this is running Reya. I was playing around with it for a while. I feel like it never helped me out. This is its next trophy winning Reanimator list. Tog. So we're going to go on the infinite block with Putrid Imp plan. All right, go to combat, declare attacks for 4. And then I guess we go Undiscovered Paradise and be Careful Study. Pitch Petradon and Careful Study. Do I want to just cast Exhume? I think I do. They've got Gush Counterspell in hand. Yeah, pitch Petradon and Careful Study. Cast Exhume for a colorless and a black. Petradon triggers and we'll take out Gemstone Mine Island. Lock that Gush in your hand for the foreseeable future. Then you can go. Ira, I think Petradon, if I said it was dumb, I was wrong. This card's incredible. This card's been awesome every single time. Combat for sure. You don't want the smoke, I agree. My turn, untap. Reya doesn't do anything. Go to combat. Attack for 4 in the air. Or do I also want the smoke with Petradon? I guess I get got by Swords if I do it that way. Yeah, we're just going to attack for 4 in the air. We'll play it low and slow. Undiscovered Paradise, Lotus Petal, and then we can ship the turn. Sleight of hand for sure. Any combats? I wouldn't. All right, my turn. Draw an Exhume, that doesn't matter. Go to combat, attack for 4. There's like a world where I'm supposed to be like attacking with Putrid Imp as well, but I think I do come really close to just dying to Swords in that case. Because I only gain 5, go up to 11. Tog is good for right now 1, 2.5, 3.5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.5. 10 with the pitched card is with the Swords going to the bin as well. So this just feels safer. All right, they conceded. That makes sense. So this is Grow a Tog or Esper Tog, one of the two, meaning creatures that don't die to Swords to Plowshares are high value. Duress is good, and Oath is likely to be good as well. What isn't as good? I think that Phantom Nishoba is kind of medium. Animate Dead, both copies of P.E.A.C.E, probably Sickening Dreams. Then Putrid Imps is a 4 of. Boom. 13 for 13. No problems. Submit. Crumble for their graveyard hate are not worth it. I think that this deck only ever plays like 2 copies of like targeted graveyard hate in general. And I haven't seen Diamond yet. So if I see Diamond, maybe we just go 15 for 15. That seems crazy. But I just did 13 for 13. And I'm not sure if Oath is correct, but it feels correct. Because I think they're Grow-a-Tog. There's a chance they're just Esper-Tog, and then maybe Oath's not as good. But if they're Grow-a-Tog, they kind of have to like play some combination of Meddling Mage and Quarian Dryad, and they don't have an easy time taking out Oath. Doomwig. I wonder why Reanimator decks don't play Frantic Search. I think it's a matter of getting to 3 mana. I'd say about half your games you never even reach your 3rd mana. This hand is good, by the way. If we draw a Dark Ritual, it goes absolutely apeshit. We don't. So we'll go Underground River, and we will just Duress our opponent. All right, there is a Quarian Dryad. We just take their Swords, though. That's like pretty easy. And then we ship it. And next turn, we're just going to try to go for Petradon. Because I think they have to Quarian Dryad here unless they find Island. They could also take the turn off and go for Ice. I'm not sure how good that actually is. I actually don't think it's very good at all. You're right. Yeah, Sleight of Hand almost always means there's Quarian Dryad contained in the deck. Good call. They're passing. All right, so they do want to go for the Ice tech. So we're both taking a turn off, I guess. You've iced me. And I draw Undiscovered Paradise. So do I get their threat? I think I might. Cabal Therapy you for a black. Maybe not. Maybe I just hit their Gush. Yeah, if they tap out next turn, that's awesome. I'm actually going to take Gush here. They've got Counterspell in hand. So you've got Accumulated Knowledge, Dryad, no Gush, no AK, Counterspell. Shit, what did I just eliminate? AK, Quarian Dryad, Counterspell. There's something else. What did I miss? What did I just get rid of? Counterspell, AK, Gush, Q Dryad, AK. Oh, there's 2 AKs. Okie dokie. Pass the turn. They find land, and they're going to hold up Counterspell, which means they're not Quarian Dryading. That's a really good one. Cabal Therapy. Wait, no, let's actually, instead of that, let's open on Careful Study to see if I draw Dark Ritual. I do. Pitch Petradon. I'm just going to pitch both enablers. Not enablers, both payoffs. And then if they're going to counterspell, I'd like it to be this Dark Rit. That worked. Cabal Therapy, you. Fetch, for sure. Are you going to cycle an AK or what's going on here? Counterspell it? You're going to counterspell it. Okay. Well, reanimate. Reya Dawnbringer. And you can go. Do you find swords? Blue AK for 1. Windmill into a swords. Blue opt. Sure. Yeah, I'm yielded, bro. If we go to my upkeep, I think it's like done. Island? That won't do it. All right. Trigger Reya. Get back Petradon. And yoink 1, 2. And I draw an Akroma. Wow. Combat. Attack for 4. And then let's go Undiscovered Paradise and Careful Study. Pitch Akroma. Pitch Akroma. Go. Are we going to AK here? Or are we gushing into AK? Just AK. Do I have lethal? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? I don't. Wait, I do. Akroma. Next turn, return Akroma and sack it to therapy. That would be a play of all time. All right. Trigger the Reya. Get an Akroma. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 6, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Combat. Opponent says GG's. So do I. GG's. Declare attacks. Reya is sweet. Agreed, opponent. All right. 2-0. I'm going to re-queue and then P and be back to play round number 3. Coming back. Hit me. Oh, wow. I thought for sure I'd queue. It's like Verdant Force, but he drops, but the Saplings are 8 drops. Yeah, that's true. I never really thought of Reya that way. I like the card a lot more when I think about it that way. Ooh, Cask up there with 3 trophies. Very nice. On Duty Medic is 4. And then Defroster, Big Z 6, and Max the Ripper are killing it. I guess Froster's only got 5, but it's only a matter of time before they get their 6th trophy. The killers are killing it. All right, round number 3. I'm on the play. That's lucky. Putrid Imp. Yep. Keep. Don't touch my mana, dude. I'm going to need it. I love this song. I think the song doesn't need to be 6 minutes long. All right, opponent. Here is my City of Brass and my Pimp. And you can go. Hi, good luck. Have fun. You too. Fan of the videos. Oh, nice. You're in one. This league, Reya keeps showing up. Ew, Shivan Reef, are you Tinkerfling? Boogaloo Phil says hi, everybody. Everyone say hi. Blue for a portent? For sure. They say hi. All right, they're passing. They can't. They might be able to foil. I don't know what their deck does. But they can't daze. Next turn, you draw off portent. I draw for turn. All right, City of Brass. Activate Putrid Imp, pitching Reya Dawnbringer. Cast a wait, just in case, it's also pitch a Phantom Nishoba. Also not stream sniping. I'm watching a Lanny vid right now. Nice, love that guy. Let's go Exhume Reya. Combat, attack you for 1. Can you remove a Reya? If you can't, you're probably cooked. Are they just passing? Opponent, you didn't keep a 1-lander, did you? Oh no. Mental note. Okay, they might be cooking. Remember, oh my god, are they playing Threshnot? Opponent's playing Threshnot, but they definitely needed that portent to be kinder to them. All right, I'll get a Phantom Nishoba back. Go to combat. Send in with my dudes. Play a Petal. And why not? Play a Putrid Imp. You ever tried Riftbound? I have not tried Riftbound yet. I've heard good things. Is it actually a good game? Jerry and the rest of us on Threshnot Discord really like to scold 1-land keep under any circumstance for Rug Threshnot. Portent doesn't excuse it. Fair. Sorry, opponent. Yeah, this was that's pretty hard to beat. All right, Rug Threshnot. That's not in my sideboarding heuristic, but I think it's probably Oath and probably Duress, which means no Pimps. I guess I can trim an Animate Dead. Probably Crumbles too, actually. I think I can cut Peaks. Sickening Dreams doesn't seem that good. I'll leave 1 in just in case. I'll cut one of these. And I guess I'll only bring in 3 Duress. The way I've been sideboarding, it kind of seems like maybe this deck's supposed to have 3 Duress, but there's no way that's right. I just don't understand something about the sideboarding. What did Doomwig just say? Is Doomwig talking shit? You can take the 1-land portent keeps for my cold dead hands. Me too. No, I'm the same way. I'll keep those every time. If this hand had a land, it would be the best thing in the fucking universe. But it doesn't. Mulligan. This hand has a crumble. So I guess I'm going to keep on... What do I have to find here? Not only do I have to find the reanimate target, but I have to find a way to get it into the bin. So this hand needs careful study to repair it. But I can actually beat a Dreadnought, which is certainly worth something. I think we'll keep... Oh, Doomwick, I agree. We're going to ship Death, and we're going to try this out. But I think this hand's like... There's a good shot this is just on the outside looking in. All right, draw a good one. That's a bad one. But I'll play an Underground River. And I think I'll also... They don't play Sphere. I'm just going to hold my Petal. I guess we have Oaths as well, which is like a sick thing that we can draw into. Are they just going to go for Dreadnought? No Dreadnought? Rats. All right, I'll take a draw. Ice? This is as good a time as any to ice me. Cabal Therapy, yeah. City of Brass. Cabal Therapy you for a black. And I'm going to name, I guess I'm supposed to name Phyrexian Dreadnought because it's the scariest thing. Maybe Nimble Mongoose isn't bad either, though. I'm going to name Phyrexian Dreadnought. But I've got it wrapped up with Crumble, though, right? They don't have any colored mana right now. Dreadnought? All right, they've got Compost. Shnikes. And many counterspells. All right, let's get this Petal into play and just ship the turn. They have to choose between holding up Memory Lapse and jamming Compost here, which I guess isn't the worst thing ever. All right, Gemstone Mine. Do I wait to therapy until I have something to follow it up with? I think I certainly do. I'm just going to pass. How crazy is it to brew Premodern deck around Compost and color changing effects? I think pretty crazy, but I don't know. I have Vision Charmed my opponent on Moneyball with the Compost in play, and it was literally Ancestral Recall. Also, I never messaged you about this, but your GAT list won me a local tournament. The tournament was for Replenish, so thank you. I have 4 now. Oh, hell yeah. Good shit. Ice my city? Yeah. I saw this the other day with 4 Distorting Lens and 8 main deck blasts. That is hilarious. That's so fucking funny. Their mana's perfect now. Phyrexian Dreadnought? Uh-oh, they've got double Vision Charm too. What do I have to do here? Therapy them and hope? Because we know about double Vision Charm. So they've got Memory Lapse Vision Charm. So they've got this Crumble covered right now. I guess I have to let this go and just go for the therapy anyway. Yeah, the Vision Charm works. Undiscovered Paradise off the top. We'll play it. And then I think we do need to go for Cabal Therapy here. Hold on, guys. Yeah, what's up, hon? I can't. I'm live. I'm fine. I know there's a deer. There's a deer in our yard that she wants me to see, but there's always a deer in our yard. Honey, I've seen the deer. Is it now? All right, they're going to Memory Lapse the therapy. I have to let that go, and it's not great. So Memory Lapse is gone. We know they have Vision Charm. So we have to take the hit and try to get out of it next turn. Ugh. Deer in your yard too? Yes. So we should see a Compost here. There it is. Man, that Compost hurts. All right, we draw Cabal Therapy. We're going to therapy them. And this is going to draw them a card, so we have to hope it's a blank. Vision Charm. All right, Crumble the Phyrexian Dreadnought. Do you have the out to this? They don't. All right, so therapy resolves. What do I go for here? I guess Nimble Mongoose. It's a Stifle. Oh no, they could draw it. All right, you're up, opponent. Also, I can't Exhume because they can bring back their Dreadnought and Stifle. That's so bad. All right, they just pass. City, Undiscovered, go. They pass. Exhume again. That's not a good one. All right, City of Brass, go. Is this the same list you just uploaded to YouTube? I have no clue. Off the top, Nishoba and Hardcast. We're getting there. Oh no, not Grand Coliseum. The best card in the deck. How crazy would Reanimate effects be in Blue-Black Dreadnought for Dreadnought 5 through 8? I mean, you could put On Earth in Dreadnought, but the problem is it's not Dreadnoughts 5 through 8 until you've seen Dreadnoughts 1 through 4, right? Portent, who, me or you? You. And they still have a Stifle. All right, you draw Portent, I draw for turn. It's another Dark Red. All right, our hand is developed as poorly as it could. Feel like I'm supposed to concede here, but like crazy things can still happen and I'm trophy hunting, so it feels like I'm not that is an Oath of Druids. Do I just play that? I think I wait until I can try to double spell, right? Looks like opponent just wants to play the draw go game with me. I'm into it. Careful study? Okay. Well, let's try to not pitch 2 black cards to this Compost, I guess. Seems hard though. Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. Pitch Dark Rit, pitch Exhume. You draw 2, and then I duress you and hope to hit something good. I think I'll cast another Careful Study first. And I have to take pain to do it. Not like that, like this. No, I think I am just going to convert the Careful Study. Blue, Careful Stew, Reanimate. Have I seen 0 fatties in the top 20 cards of my deck? That's crazy. You know what? I'm going to have to let them like draw at least 1 card. Yeah, we're just going to concede and go to game 3. That developed very, very, very poorly. Still feels like I'm supposed to be an Oath deck. Actually, everything feels fine. I could just see maybe bringing in another Duress. This seems fine. So resubmitting it. The wheels kind of just fell all the way off there, huh? All right, I'm on the play. We've got turn 1 Oath. I mean, that goes crazy. They have to do something eventually, right? Hopefully it's not a Dreadnought. All right, Underground River. And I'm not going to play it on turn 1 because I don't want you to know about it. Oh no, it's an island. They could just Dreadnought us. Gemstone Mine and Lotus Petal. Let's make it look like I can interact with a Dreadnought. Go. Mental note. A Dreadnought to the bin. Okay. Spirit of the Night, I haven't, but this isn't my list for what that's worth. All right, yield through turn. All right, let's go Therapy. Wait, they could play Mana Leak. Land, Therapy U. I guess we'll name what? Naturalize, Counterspell? What do we want? Let's name Counterspell. We've got Daze, Memory Lapse, Fire Ice, Vision Charm, Naturalize. Okay, so they don't have any creatures. Do I feed them an Oath? I think that might be okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and drop a Oath and see if they lapse it. They're more likely to naturalize it, but I have a second Oath, so. And you can go. Hoping to not encounter a Dreadnought, obviously. Lands, go. Maybe bringing an Oath in this matchup was a dirty trap, you guys. We play on, though. Careful Study sounds good. Ooh, Crumble, that's not a bad one to have here. Let's pitch Gemstone Mine and Life Death, and then just ship the turn. Another island. They just want to play draw go all game. I guess I should feel somewhat happy about that. All right, we pass. Land, pass to me. Give me a land, I guess. Exhume. All right, pass. Now all we have to do is wait for them to mental note all of their shrimps into the graveyard and then start reanimating. Well, we can't enable the shrimp, though, so... All right, they have to go to discard. I don't hate that. Akroma, we'll just pass. We're drawing our fatties, and like the discard plan's kind of on the menu now. Sack our own creatures. Lightning Bolt me? Yeah. Therapy, am I going to do it? I think I'll just wait. Let me see. We still know 5 of the 7 cards in their hand here, and that remains to be the case. All right, let's go to end step and pitch. I think Phantom Nishoba is the one. Are we firing me? Am I fired? You're icing my pedal? That's fine. What are you going to do? Naturalize my pedal? That's also fine. The thing that would be less fine is if they were the fling version of the deck. They're just passing again. Okay. Weird. Where are all your creatures, dude? Did you sideboard them all out? Vision Charm. Well, I guess we'll Cabal Therapy you. Green, blue, naturalize the Oath? Yeah, that happens. Cabal Therapy you, naming Vision Charm, because I think Dreadnought's the way I get got. I don't really care about Memory Lapse. I'll just cast it again. All right, we got Vision Charm, Stifle, Daze, Memory Lapse, Werebear, Werebear. Okay, so that leaves them with Daze, Memory Lapse, Stifle, no Vision Charm, Werebear, Werebear. So they got a little old 5 card. Nope. Daze, Memory Lapse. Wait, what am I missing here? What did they reveal? Cabal Therapy, Werebear, Werebear, Vision Charm, Stifle, Memory Lapse, and Daze. There's no Fire Ice. So that's their hand. So if I Exhume, I get promptly cooked. But if let's play City of Brass. If I reanimate, they have to Memory Lapse it. Yeah, I agree. We're going to reanimate our Phantom Nishoba, and they'll have to Memory Lapse it. Yeah, that seems good. Black. And then they Memory Lapse. I have no response to that. Then I'm going to redraw Reanimate. I know this. Do I just wait for them to play a Werebear and drop an Oath? Oh, we can Exhume and Stifle after they do it in Daze. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. They've got Werebear. They can't do anything with that. So they can Stifle, Daze. If I Exhume, they get Shrimp. And if they Stifle, we Crumble. And then they're left with 2 Werebears. I mean, that's surely the line, right? So yeah, Exhume, Crumble, pay for Daze. Got it. 1 black Exhume. And then Dreadnought triggers. And then I Crumble the Dreadnought. And if they play 2 Werebears, I just drop Oath. The other line I was thinking about was just trying to like get them to jam out a Werebear and just like sneak it with Oath of Druids. Because the problem here is if they're going to Daze. Okay, I will make a mana and I will pay it. All right, so you have an island in your hand now. They fetch. What does that do? All right, you're up. We have a 7/7. So what can they draw here? They can draw Green Source, double Werebear. Yeah, Werebear's good. Do you have a follow-up? No. All right, it is a Reanimate. That's kind of that would be saucy. Go to combat. attack for 7, and just be patient. Like, we could technically Cabal Therapy ourselves. They're going to block with Werebear. Okay. Kill the Werebear. Do I just reanimate Werebear now? That feels weird. I don't think I'm going to do that. We'll just pass. Op is playing Rug Threshnot. This deck's very cool. Shout out Jeremy Me for finding this sick deck. I was on the Piloting Premodern podcast where we just talked about it for like 45 minutes. It was very cool. I think we can be patient with Reanimate in case of some shit. Yeah, I have the same. That's why I didn't cast it. I have the same vibe. Like, what if some shit happens? Then what do we do? All right, you've got a Werebear and you've got 1 unknown in hand, and it's my turn. You draw a Portent. Could be another Fire Ice. Combat. Declare attacks for 6. They want the block. Sure, that's fine. Take 2. Trigger the Nishoba, and then Duress you. You have a Mongoose. Okay. I have nothing else for you. You may go. Green for a Mongoose is chill. And 1 more unknown in hand. So we just send this in and then they take 2. Their creatures are really good at slowing the clock down, but I think they need more. Go to attacks for 5. You take 2. And then what? Still do nothing? Like, we don't need to do anything still. They've got 1 in hand. We've got them dead in 2 turns. We make them do stuff with their mana and just keep going to infinite life. Mr. Friday 76, thank you for the tier 1 sub, buddy. Appreciate that. Okay, opponent, I'm coming again for your face. 4. And I guess, do we just reanimate a Werebear now? I think we kind of do, right? Reanimate target Werebear. Oh shit, who just gifted all the subs? Mr. Friday's gifting 5 tier 1 subs. Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so much. Everyone say thank you, Mr. Friday. Are we memory lapsing? We are. All right, that's fine. Now that I know that's on top, I'm going to do it again. Dodged. Rude. Mr. Today, it is Friday. TGIF, boys. All right, pass turn. Doomwake dodged. Rip. All right, this is just lethal. Do they have like Fire Ice? Fire Ice. Combat. Declare attacks for 8. On dodge. Doomwake, thank you for the prime sub, buddy. 2-month streak. Sure. Opponent. I just want to... GG's Hope match was fun. Dude, it was a blast. I always love playing against Rug Threshnot. All right, 3-0. Nice. Love to see it. All right, we're live for the trophy, but we got 2 more rounds we have to win first. Let me in. Nian, are you applying for the verification check mark or whatever it's called on Twitch? Is it? Hey, Doomwake, should I do that? Doomwake's like, I'm super stoked that Doomwake watches me because I've been watching Doomwake for like long before I started playing Premodern. And he probably knows stuff I don't because he's been successful on Twitch for a long time compared to me anyway. I mean, I'm just like, I'm a little bitty Twitch streamer. Partner, yeah, no reason not to try. Yeah, that's what that is, partner. So you probably know about this, Doom. To hit partner, you have to, at least I could technically go through a different process because I'm actually way, way, way bigger on YouTube than I am on Twitch. But I am currently, out of the 12 streams you need of 75 viewers average or higher, I am at 9. Today should make 10. No, I'm at 8 today. No, I'm at 9. Today makes 10. I think is what it is. So we're actually almost there. We're almost at the point where we can apply. But we are a super niche streamer because not everyone loves Premodern. I think they should, but not everyone does. All right, we will take the play. We have it. We have everything. Yeah, keep. Wait, we don't have everything. We have almost everything. It's good enough still. I've been watching your YouTube videos for over a year. This is my first time watching Twitch feed. Finally got to hear music chat as always referencing the YouTube videos. Nice. All right, we are gonna careful stew. Bonus points if we hit a Lotus Petal. We don't, but this is still sick. Pitch, go. This partner seems easy with time. Yeah, I could probably make it easier on myself by doing like other formats that like have a bigger built-in audience. But I'm fine slow rolling Twitch partner. Exploration. So play another land and then I Petradon you. Don't play a white land, I guess. Damn, that's a white land, huh? So we need to, I guess we can peek first. Underground River, blue, peek you. Do you have swords? You don't? You don't have swords. It's not very good for you, huh? Tap for a black, cast Dark Rit, cast Exhume, get the Petradon, trigger the Petradon, take out both of your lands, cast Reanimate, get the Phantom Nishoba, good luck opponent. GG, we hope so, we hope so. All right, untap, draw, it's a Sickening Dreams, go to combat, attack for all of my creatures. I gain 1 billion life, you can go. All right, that was a very easy game 1. Enchantress. I truly don't think we become an Oath matchup. But I think pro white duders are really good. And I think that Duress is like a 3 of good, right? Maybe 4 of if we can find enough to cut. I think that Phantom Nishoba is trash for the most part. I think that all my other creatures are like passable to find. Animate Dead can come out. I think that P.E.A.C.E can come out. I think that we need to cut 1 more. Maybe a Life Death. Life Death's still like fine though, right? Maybe we need to cut 1 more creature and it's probably Akroma. Or is it Reya? I think speed is the only thing that truly matters in this matchup. So we're going to cut Reya. Noah Shark, thank you for the Prime sub. 6 months. Tier 1 for 6 months in advance. Does that mean you get your badge right now? Love to see it. Choo choo. Hype train, baby. Still don't know what that means, but sometimes Twitch does it. Bring these all in. Hit submit. Doomwake, what is the hype train? I literally don't know how any of this works. I'm just a little guy. Sickening. We can technically make a turn 1 Akroma. Just like force them to have petal, brass, Sickening Dreams, pitch. Wait, if we're a little bit patient, we can actually try to Sickening Dreams in a Grothian Enchantress. Oh, Tormod's Crypt, rats. Well, pass to me. I guess we're just gonna go land go. We didn't bring in our Crumbles either. Enchantress sometimes just like doesn't play Graveyard Hate, but that's our punt. Our Grothian Enchantress can happen. I guess we can knock out the Enchantress and the Tormod's Crypt in one fell swoop. So we're gonna go City of Brass, Sickening Dreams, colorless black, and then we will pitch exactly Akroma. Done. No more enabler for you. Lotus Petal, and I think I just need to make them pop their crypt too. So reanimate my Akroma for a black and F the 6. You should pop your crypt, opponent. Change of plans, Hardcast Angel. We're actually like a Dark Writ and a land away, I think. What is it, a 7 drop? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we're a Dark Writ and a land away. And you may go. No presents allowed. Oh man, Seal of Cleansing? That doesn't do anything. Miss land drop. Wait, we're actually like about to. All right, pass the turn. Pass the turn, hold. If we draw a land, then we play Petal, that's 5 mana. And Dark Writ brings us up to 7. That's 7 mana. There's a Sterling Grove. Land, Dark Writ, Petal. Yes. Lotus Petal. No way. Nuh-uh. Lotus Petal. Dark Ritual. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Colorless. Black, white, blue. Take some pain to these cities. Iridescent Angel. Go. We finally have achieved plan A. Yes. Put in an on-deal-withable threat. You have a presence. You have 5 turns to figure out how to win. Combat, attack you for 4, go. That's awesome. That's so good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Opalescence? I mean, that might... Oh, that's just a presence. The longer they don't opalescence, the happier we are. Ihsan Shade, combat, attack for 4. Ship the turn. Argothian, sure. 4. Opal? It's solitary. Oh, solitary is so bad for us, actually. How do we beat solitary ever? Reanimate, pass the turn. Yeah, I think we're cooked now. I don't think we can beat Presence, Argothian with the solitary in play. Yeah, we are. I'm not going to waste time. We are cooked. There's no out for this. And they do have Graveyard Hate, so I think it was pretty over even with Sterling Fetch Solitary. Yeah, that's true. We had a good. We tried. I'm not mad about it. I think that Crumble is probably less. It's very unlikely that I can do it on turn 1. So let's actually bring the Crumbles and let's ship a. What am I cutting? Like a Duress. I think on the play, I'm going to trim my Duresses potentially. I like at least 2 of them. Maybe I can cut a. Seems weird. Because if they're playing Tormod's Crypt, we need to be able to punch the Tormod's Crypt before we go for the combo. Because we got a lot of creatures that if we get them in fast enough, we're good to go. I'm thinking that maybe we can only afford. I think do we need the Crumbles on the play, or do we just go for the turn 1? I'll split the difference. Play 1 Crumble. That way I have a shade of a chance. I can make myself feel better by saying there's Crumble in my deck, so I have something to draw into. No way that's technically correct, but what can you do? Hand size Ihsan Shade, get busy. That just loses. Also on the play, I can't do that. Mulligan. Keep. All right, we're gonna pitch a careful study and hope that they don't just attack our. Wait, we might be able to do this turn 1. Let's go Gemstone Mine. Do I expose my stuff? Oh, I guess I don't have a reanimate spell. That was pretty dumb, actually. Oh, wait, but I can just hardcast Ihsan Shade pretty soon, actually. So let's go for the careful study just in case it kind of works out. It does work out. So I'll pitch Shade plus Petradon and then reanimate the Shade. Shade, Petradon. Play a Petal. Tap it for black. Dark Writ. Death. Cast Ihsan Shade. And then you may go. Good luck. Please don't turbo out of solitary. That is the start of how you turbo out of solitary. Tormod's Crypt is a little late. Thank God. Duress is really good here. Attack for 5. Duress you. Wild Growth Miri's Guile. Goodbye, Miri's Guile. You may go. Yeah, it's in the Lord's hands now. We're just going to F6 and attack for 5 every turn. That's a lot of lands. You have Solitary. I guess Solitary is not even good if you don't have an anchor. All right, combat. Attack for 5. Go ahead. Land. Nice. All right, combat. Declare attacks for 5. Pass. Opponent says GG's. Did we get him? We did. Oh my God. We beat Enchantress twice in one day with this deck. That's pretty sick. Let's go for the trophy. 4-1 still pretty good though. 4-1 probably gets edited and uploaded in like 3 weeks to Fluorescent just so people can see this sweet deck more. Calm down, people. It's happening. We're trying to make it happen. We're going to see. I don't recognize that land. Which set is that? I have no clue. Which land? What land? What card? Oh, I actually don't know what plans the opponent played. Came back for the trophy. We're going to try. Enchantress, more like Incantress. Am I right? So true. So true. Probably best to make sure my video uploaded correctly today. By the way, if you are looking at the Fluorescent Fungus YouTube channel, we also uploaded this deck today. The upload is good. Yep, we're good to go. Also, if you're on Twitch and you're just like if you're just lurking here, but you enjoy pre-modern content, maybe you're not vocal, you should subscribe to Fluorescent Fungus. We're under 1,000 subscribers away from the 10K mark, and I'm like, it's just a vanity metric, but am I not allowed to have any vanity? No idea what the song is, but it's a jam. You don't know. I'm so glad I can help teach you about a sweet band called Cut Copy. This is a song called Lights and Music by Cut Copy. The album that Lights and Music is on in Ghost Colors. This is not quite, in my opinion. I think of all 18 tracks, I don't count the remixes. So 16, there's like 2 tracks that I skip. And it's not because they're bad. It's because like I know what songs I like off this album. So if you're into this, you should check out Cut Copy. You'd probably like them a lot. All right, round number 5. We are on the draw, which is rigged, obviously. In this hand, like we've got everything but the Reanimate target, but we've got Sickening Dreams. So we can keep this in the hopes that our opponent's playing like elves or goblins. I think I'll try it. If I was in the play, I would mulligan this, but I'm going to keep it on the draw. If it's Sly, this hand's awful. Everyone summon Phantom Nishoba to the top of the deck if it's Sly. Yeah, it looks like Sly. That's a Bloody Stainmire. Yeah, we got a Grim, and I draw a P.E.A.C.E. Well, let's play Underground River. Do we P.E.A.C.E. now? We might have to. All right, let's play Underground River. Let's P.E.A.C.E. them. And what do we see? Lightning Bolt, Pillar, Incinerate, Barbarian Ring. I feel that we have to eliminate the Pillar from their hand to have a fighting chance. So Petal, Cabal Therapy, sacking the Petal, and get the Pyro Pillar. And then, yeah, this is one of my favorite mountain arts of all time, actually. And then we'll pass the turn. Lightning Bolt, Incinerate, Barbering. Opponent says, thank God they put second Pillar on the bottom. No kidding. Me and the boys all call this Ice Cream Mountain. I'm taking some pain. And we just need to draw, like, if we draw Phantom Nishoba right now, I still feel amazing. Phantom Nishoba. Okay. Undiscovered Paradise. Dark Ritual. Pre-recorded. Sickening Dreams. Pay a mana, discard a Phantom Nishoba. Nishoba's going home. All right, I'll take 2. Hold. I kind of don't like where this is going. Sorry, Easy K. I mean, I'm going to lose a shitload of life, so there's a chance you can like win anyway. But I'm casting this death targeting Phantom Nishoba and going to 9. Tell me if I'm dead. They don't need to do a ton. I'm at 6. Incinerate brings me to 3. So if they can close it out, we're done here. But they need like Fire Blast or another Bolt. Incinerate? Sure. Land Fire Blast? Do you have it? Is it like that for you? Yes, it's not like that for them. Oh, they had the Fire Blast, just no mountain. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. What do we want? Crumble? I don't think I'm going to change too much. Chat, do you think we become a Oath deck? Because it feels like that would be wrong. How many Nishoba you run pre-board? 1 or 2? 8. Yeah, losing life from Reanimate feels very bad. I think we do want Crumbles. Reya out for an Angel, for an Iridescent Angel. I could see that. I wouldn't, but I'm not as good as player as you. You don't know that. I could be awful. I don't like Oath. Yeah, I think so, especially since they're a pillar deck. I agree. I think we need like Duress and Crumble and maybe like 1 Iridescent Angel, because I agree that the Reya is pretty bad. Peaks are useful game 2. Not so much, especially since we're bringing in Duress. So Reya comes out, 2 Peaks come out. If we're going to pay life to reanimate creatures, we're definitely not doing it off life death. Animate Dead's actually good. I think this guy actually kind of blows. I'm going to cut one of him. I think a Sickening Dreams needs to come out as well. All right, let's do our little dancey dance. All right, they're on the play. Turn 1, Phantom Nishoba, come to me. This is a turn 1 Akroma. Chat, this is crazy, right? Go to 12, die. Fuck it. I don't think we can actually ship this. Well, this is kind of what we want to see, except for we're going to start the game on 12 life. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 12 life. But I feel like we go for it, because this is a 4-turn clock? With the Putrid Imp, it's a 3-turn clock. We might be able to race him. Yeah, this is what our deck does. That's what I was thinking, Blue Man. We just kind of wish it was a Phantom to show, but we can't have it all. And also, they can just open on Tormod's Crypt, and we're just like screwed. But what can we do? All right, we keep. No guts, no glory. You ain't kidding. All right, Crypt, game 3, Black Vise. All right, we're starting the game at a lower life total than we wanted to, because it's going to be 9, actually. Phantom Nishoba? No Phantom Nishoba. Okay, we're doing this now. Gemstone Mine. Luckily, we can get underneath the Black Vise. So we go black. We're just going to dark rit. I want less cards in my hand. Putrid Imp. Activate it to pitch Akroma. Reanimate. Set Akroma. Go to 9 life. Combat. Attack for 6. They're at 14. They only need to deal 9 damage. That's not a very high bridge to cross, but we're gonna do what we can here. We take a no life to the Black Vise. We take a draw. Therapy is not a bad one. Let's start with the combat for 6, 7. 6, 7. Bring you to 7. 8 even. And then we therapy you. What do we even name? Bridge? I think first we need to name burn source. So let's therapy them. And if they don't do anything in response, we just name bolt, I think. They're going to incinerate. Okay, no response. I go to 6. Lightning bolt. We see Vandal Fire Blast. So we just flash it back, naming Fire Blast, and we can't lose. Fire Blast. Land go. They're at 6. They're at 6. Oh, we win. Oh, fuck yeah, boy. We got that trophy. Let's go. All right. Success. Trophy count is at 3. Thank you guys for being here for this moment. Very nice. Someone contact It's Nick and tell him this deck is fucking sick. Congrats. GG's. Congrats on the trophy. What was that? Thank you. Thank you, Boolofel. All right, dudes. Thanks for watching. It's been 4.5 hours. That's how long it took to get 1 trophy. But this deck lets you churn through a lot of leagues, which is really sweet. So we love to see it. Let's see who else is streaming.